So you're telling me that FTX was just a big fuckfest? Caroline and SBF having sex on those goddamn beanbags? Picture that in your mind. That is disgusting! Imagine SBF in a fucking orgy, fucking those other nerds left and right, all day and all night while playing League of Legends while they're fucking! God damn! All day they're just on their computer, taking amphetamines, losing money, and fucking each other in the Bahamas! Oh my God, that's disgusting!
Good morning, good evening, good night, Web3. My God, what an episode we have for you. And yo, I had to get some extra juice this morning.
Dude, is that video becoming the unofficial trailer? Like, that's becoming...
Yeah, juice it up, boys. Juice it up. We got the juice in the house.
It might be. So we got the juicinator himself, the king of juice. I don't know what he calls himself, but we have Kagi-yan. We've been talking about NFT and Web3 gaming forever, and we have the king himself of NFT gaming, Kagi-yan. I have Fun Uncle, the indomitable, the awesome, the one and only Fun Uncle, and then I have my partner in crime who took off the hoodie. He had the hoodie. He looked like he was about to commit a crime. With me here, Gift Dead, of course, and I'm Nifty Q. We are going to have ourselves a good episode. Let's go around our square table here. Gift, how are you doing today, my man?
You know, we doing what we doing out here to survive all the FUD that we're getting, even from our closest friends, our co-hosts. Everybody's fudding everything. There's a lot of toxicity out there in the space. You gotta plow through it, man. You gotta keep going, and that's what we're here to do.
Plowing through it. Uncle, how you doing?
Man, can we talk about that video for a second? Because he's pissed. He's like, they're just playing League of Legends, doing amphetamines, and fucking in the Bahamas like it's a bad thing, and we don't want to be doing that too. Like, that was almost an advertisement for SBF's life.
We didn't get the invites. That's what's fucked up about it, right? That invite got lost somewhere. Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, dude, and another thing I want to bring up is for everyone who missed GM Web3 this morning, there was actually a brilliant idea put out there, a new show called Pumping Our Bags. I would love to see just with bike pumps, just talking about Bored Ape Yacht Club. There's something there, and I bet you Kane Mayfield would be down to join us. Remember, we're giving away a Bored Ape. If you want that Bored Ape, DM Kane Mayfield on any platform. Send him your best feet pics, and you'll be entered for that Bored Ape.
He does love feet pics. He will literally do anything, including give away a Bored Ape to get those spicy feet pics. Yeah.
All right, we're already on feet pics. We're 5 minutes into the episode. Kagiyan, how are you doing, my man? It's good to see you. A friend of the network. You are amazing for what you do for the Web3 gaming space. Nice to have you here. What's going on?
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me back. For the people that don't know, I used to have a show here with this network, and then I kind of expanded into my own thing. And yeah, glad to be back. Always good to collaborate with you guys. I think out of all the networks or YouTubers or whatever, this is the one network that I would say it's always pumping content and never worrying about the views and stuff like that. And that's really. We need that, right? People that don't worry about the views too much and just keep pushing through, because at some point things are going to work out and people are going to notice the amount of content that is put out in this network. And just to start this off, I know the market is trash right now, but one of the things that I tweeted just recently, because I see a lot of negativity, I haven't tweeted one negative thing just because it doesn't make sense to add on to the fire. We already know the fire is there. Now we got to try to put it out, right? So I said, let's continue pushing Web3 gaming forward. Remember, there was only a few hundred people just a few years ago. There was only 2 YouTubers doing Web3 games. The views were like 50 views, 60 views at most. And there was only 3 to 6 games, right? So today we're in a better position than ever before. So I truly believe that, and it's a fact. It's a fact. Is it better than 1 year ago? Probably not, but we can't look at that time frame. We got to look at a bigger picture. So I think we're in a better spot right now. So let's keep pushing. Yeah.
Appreciate that, man. That was a great breakdown. We're going to get into the NFT gaming space here as it comes to kind of looking at specific projects and things like that here in just a second. We love progress here on the network. Unlike Kane Mayfield, we love progress here in the Web3 space and talking about people that are pushing the space forward. Thank you very much. So we are going to get started here today. The first thing we're going to get into is our quick hits. We have some just like quick 30-second news pieces that came across the desk, as they say. So we'll get into quick hits. We will talk ApeCoin staking. If you are in the ApeCoin ecosystem or Bored Ape ecosystem, that staking is going live on November 28th. There will be a 14-day window that you will have to pre-deposit or pre-stake, if you will, so that you can earn APY for holding the different assets. We'll get to that in just a second. We got Budweiser and sports NFTs, and then we have. I need to prep this.
Wait, what about Nike?
We can touch on Nike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kagi, you got your TV on? You got your TV on in the back, Kagi?
I do have a TV on, I think. Why?
I think it's coming through your mic.
Wait. I'll be back.
All right, this is what we got. It took me a second to pull it up, but this is what we're doing today. We're doing a Rate My Bag segment here.
Oh, baby.
And it's going to be about the top 50 in CoinMarketCap. Top 50, top 100. We'll put a little bit in here that we like. Matic's been talked about. Solana's been flooded to shit. But we'll add it to the list, and we will continue kind of going through, adding the different cryptocurrency tokens, Bitcoin included, ETH included, and where we see it today. And that's going to be kind of our episode here today, fellas. So, Gif, you want to hit him with the CTA, and then we'll get running?
Yeah, I mean, as Kagi would say, if you don't like the show, you're sus. You're completely sus. Absolutely 1000% sus if you don't like it. So hit the buttons, all of them, subscribe. This is a community-driven network that we're building with you, and we want you to be part of it. So thanks for hanging out with us. We have 5 winners quickly also to announce from this giveaway. So I want to hit that real quick, because we took a giveaway on GM Web3. We said we announced the winners here. So here they are. Paxmark congratulations, you just won a DB. Buddy's Ghost, congratulations, you just won a DB. Cynthia C, you just won a DB. Arts Abide, you just won a DB. And then where was the last one? Who was it? Oh, Josh Squashman. Did I say Squashman? I don't think I did. So Squashman, Paxmark, Buddy's Ghost, Cynthia C, and Arts Abide, 5 winners. Congratulations, y'all just won DBs, and you can expect those to get airdropped to you very soon.
You're the gift that keeps on giving, dude. Gifted out here gifting DBs. Another day in paradise on Web3. That's all I got to say.
We're doing what we can do, but you know what? Even that's probably, you know, something that can be fudded and is all. I'm just pumping bags, right? It's all bullshit at the end of the day.
It really is.
You know,
it really is. All right,
net negative. Yeah.
Speaking of CTAs, Speakeasy tonight on Web3 on Twitter Spaces. They're going to be pumping bags.
They are.
Yeah.
For sure.
Speaking about an old bag, we're gonna pump. Speakeasy.
So you're telling me that FTX was just a big fuckfest?
All right, we will get started here. Fun Uncle, you have 3 pieces of quick news that we are going to touch on. But before that, Gifted hit us with the fast quick news. We don't usually get a quick news segment on GM Web3, that Twitter Spaces that we do every morning. But what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
the Meg-averse? Yeah, man. Come on. You don't want to be in this Meg-averse? Like, come on.
Is this? Tell me this isn't in Decentraland. I was asking on the Twitter Spaces,
Pax
but
World. I don't
what
know
the fuck is
World
Pax World?
Yeah, it's a metaverse of some kind.
Oh man.
You care to lay out any information regarding Megaverse?
Looks like the metaverse experience of the future, and that's where I'm gonna be buying all of my real estate and investing my
Got
money.
it.
Gotta
Got
pump
it.
this
That's
up,
what-
guys. Gotta pump this one up.
Yo, not financial advice. Megaverse is gonna be lit.
Anonymous is asking, is that a Onion article? Unfortunately, it's not. This comes via NFT Evening. It's an actual article that Megaverse is real. I see Arafim in chat too saying, ugh, so not a big fan. Easy and Crypto's here. Marty McFly is already getting the FUD going, so we appreciate you, resident FUDster. We got Paxmark. You can't show that video and cut out the Caroline. That's true. Jessica Yatrofsky's in the house. Crypto Buffalo calling out the squad here. I'd love to see it.
2 days in a row. Buff's hanging out with us 2 days in a row. That's what's up.
It's unreal. It's unreal. You love to see it.
All
All
right,
right,
bring them up. Bring them up.
bring Buff. Get on the damn show. We got room for 5. All right. Hit me with the quick news here. Make it quick, Uncle. What do we got here?
This is huge. All you got to pull out of this is a Japanese leading telecom company investing $4 billion into Web3. This isn't the Japanese government investing $4 billion. This is a singular telecom company pumping up $4 billion. So what this is Japan is a technology leader, right? And if you look back the last 40 years, they've been on the cutting edge. And so for these telecom companies and even the Japanese government is opening up a DAO for Web3 development, that means they see the promise here. They see the long-term growth, so much so that they're willing to put $4 billion into it. And I can only speculate, but if a telecom company is doing it, then I'm seeing Web3 cell phones on the horizon, you know, like decentralized cellular network, decentralized file storage for your cell phone. Imagine this dream of the future where instead of me having to sync my phone with my computer in order to keep my data backed up, it's already there in this decentralized cloud. I lose my phone on a roller coaster, it gets stolen from me at a nightclub, I just buy a new one, upload it just like that, all my information is still on there. And so that's just what I want to extrapolate out of this story is like even individual telecom companies are putting in billions with a B, that's 1,000 millions, everybody out there, into Web3. If that doesn't convince you that there's a bright future ahead, I don't know what else to tell you. You know?
Now, wait, but let me ask you something. Let me ask you a question. Is this something? Yeah, is this something more like a news fucking like, oh yeah, we're investing and they're not doing crap? Almost like companies going like, oh, we're recycling or we're fucking doing this.
Like Budweiser NFTs.
like effective altruism, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like
okay.
this. I don't know.
Yeah, well, because all right, so I don't know if we're gonna get to it today, but we are doing quick news hits. So there's been some DMs leaked from SBF that are basically just him being like, yeah, all that altruism shit was just a bunch of PR bullshit. Like that's what you have to do to like set yourself up as some leader in the space today. You gotta PR yourself like a good person. You're doing all this charitable work, but it's all crap basically. So I don't know, Kagi. Maybe that's a fair question. Maybe this is just a headline and it doesn't really matter. But 4 billion is a lot to be committing to the space. I will say this, Fun Uncle, you're actually the first person I saw covering Solana creating Web3, their own cell phones, right? Creating mobile devices that are already Web3 native. I am actually very bullish and excited about the idea of having fully integrated Web3 native cellular devices, because I think that opens up the whole like the utility and hopefully creates more security on those devices too. Makes it easier to keep it secure. I don't know, but just having full integration across all the applications, having it run dApps natively and all that type of shit, I think that's really exciting. And as much as like I will be the first one to FUD Solana and talk about all the negative things, they're the first blockchain that I know of developing their own mobile device. So that seems like something they're doing right.
So Polygon is also coming out with their own Web3 phone. It's called the Nothing phone. And so Polygon has all of this incredible news behind it right now as well. But yeah, no, imagine you're just on your commute to work on your phone in the Meg-averse, in the Budverse, guys, with your Pepsi mic drop NFT. This is the dream of the future right now, guys.
It really is. What
That's
a sim view of the future there. All right, Uncle, we do have to get to the rest of the quick news before we hop into ApeCoin staking and a couple other things. Arafim is in chat saying, what exactly is the turmeric-y gook you're always drinking gif? And Pezizzle is saying that he's actually from the CIA collecting information on the FTX case. What is it? What is it? What is it? Dude,
is that pancake batter? What is that?
Is this an ASMR podcast?
No, it is a Tau milk latte. Y'all know what it is. We don't do oat milk. We do Tau milk over here because oat milk needs a rebrand. So we just spell it backwards. That's Tau milk for you.
Moving on out of the oat milk conversation, we got LG here, another telecom or phone related company, of course. What do we got?
Yeah, no, just the theme of the news today is big brands, big companies getting into the Web3 game. This is specifically NFTs. And what's going on here
isn't that going to be the news for like the next 2 years? It's like every day this is going to be it. This is it.
Yeah, Martha Stewart's getting into NFTs. Yeah. The View's latest NFT. Yeah. Skin cream NFTs. Yeah. Oh, you better believe it, because that's what mass adoption looks like, is the big companies get in first, and then those marketing and advertising agencies find a way to sell it to the masses, right? Now, there's a little bit of Kane Mayfield's, drop.
Important
Viagra
question here.
NFTs.
Marty McFly's asking, will these phones come through with Gary Vee on speed dial?
I mean, that's a premium utility. Yeah, that's a premium utility. So like you probably have to get the higher end, the higher tier version to get that.
But wait, I am worried a little bit about this, right? How is this going to turn out, right? Is it going to be like Apple, cloud services where you have all your info now in a cloud? I feel like they're going to do a push. All your info is going to be owned by these companies at the end of the day. But I will say that the phone industry will be disrupted, and that's a good thing, because on the same token, Apple doesn't want to allow NFT games in their app store or applications. You got to do all these loopholes. You got Steam with the same crap, right? And the gaming side. And I think we need to disrupt that, right? It's either get on board or we disrupt you, right? So I think this is going to help disrupt that idea that Apple has, that monopoly that Apple has, that 30%, like you can't do NFTs, like all that crap. So there's a good thing up with this news. But I'm also worried about how your information is going to be handled. I don't know.
Love it.
No, and you're right, because if it's a Solana phone, and in order to interact with that Solana phone, I need to have 100% of my information on the Solana blockchain. That is an issue. And in order for this to work and truly be decentralized, my Solana phone should be able to access Polygon and Ethereum's blockchain as well. And that will alleviate this problem of, one company owning all of our data. yeah, we want it decentralized. I want to be able to have my cake and eat it too. And if I can't, then you're not going to get the kind of adoption they think they will.
Yeah, and then you're out there in the middle of a dark road late at night. You get a flat tire. You're not able to change it yourself. You need to call AAA, but the Solana network is down.
All right.
You're not able.
There it is. There it is. All right, there it is.
You're murdered, and then you're dead.
Speaking of Solana, Binance resumes USDT on Solana shortly after delisting from the platform. What's going on here, Uncle? This is our last quick news segment until we get to ApeCoin staking, and then we get into gaming, Budweiser, and Rate My Bags.
And Meg-averse.
What a fucking show today. Here we go.
I have been an eternal optimist about Solana. While it was dumping 60% in one day, I was just like, no, they have too many good things going for it. Play to earn game ecosystem, NFTs, whole marketplace is built on top of it. The cell phone, they even have an in-person retail store in a mall somewhere. And so for everyone who is just like, Solana's going to go to zero. They have an in-person store. You can go buy Solana swag.
New York and Miami.
I got to look up where it is. It sounds like an LA thing, if I'm being honest with you.
It's in New York and Miami.
Oh, is it New York? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They have two? Oh.
Yeah, they just opened the Miami one. I think in Wynwood or whatever.
This is what I'm talking about. They're not going to go to zero because all of these other companies built on its back would need to close their doors and crumble long before the blockchain would go to zero. And so I look at this as like one of maybe the best buying opportunities in all of crypto. Remember, I'm just a guy in a Hawaiian shirt talking on YouTube, not financial advice over here. But if I'm looking at the market right now, Solana has a very advantageous entry point. And that news article we had up that like Coinbase is like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. We see the opportunity here too. I just see good things in the horizon for Solana.
I thought.
God damn. I was like a beggar in a drought. Like I was in the desert, and then Uncle came up with his bucket of water and it's like, here, have it all. Here's a little bit of Solana, not FUD. Some bullish news. Fuck yeah, Uncle.
Speaking of being thirsty, we have juice here. Go for it. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say one interesting take Uncle had, since Uncle's just killing it today with these takes, right? On GM Web3, you were saying, which is the opposite of my thesis about Polygon, that you think it's actually overpriced right now or overbought because all of the big headlines that have been coming out over the last couple months. You actually feel like it's currently it's trading at a premium. It's already high. And so I, on the other hand, actually think that Polygon's under $1 is a good deal and a good entry point. But I thought it was interesting that you had basically the opposite thesis.
And it's because if you look at Polygon's overall price, it's up almost 200% from its lowest point, and most other coins haven't gotten close to that kind of recovery yet. And so even though, it's below $1, and $5 per Polygon on the low end in the future for sure. But I just see that, like, again, zoom out, macroeconomics, we have no good news. There's only further bad news on the horizon. Donald Trump's running for president again. You know what that's going to do to the economy? And so I just think
that's a good thing.
There's more bad news, and then we'll get a better entry point for Polygon. And again, I'm looking at Solana the same way. Like, I think that it might go down maybe another 20%, but these are long-term plays, and maybe Polygon's the most juiced up out of them all. Let's segue to my juice squad, the juice man himself, Randy Juice Savage over here. Dude, it's good to see you actually, Kagi. It's been a long time. You've been head down working on the juice squad for a while now, like a madman, 18 hours a day, no social life, just grinding after it. And congratulations, man. I'm seeing the stuff you're generating, and you're killing it, dude. You're crushing it.
Thank you. I don't want to go too much into this. I think there's another segment, but we can talk about it right after the ApeCoin thingy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a vote here on the round. I want to say round table, but I always got to go back to the square table. GIF and Uncle, do we want to hear ApeCoin, or we want to hear state of NFT Web3 gaming first? It's up to y'all.
I mean, I feel like the ApeCoin thing we might be able to cover off on quick, but also we could go down a rabbit hole. So I don't know. Let's do gaming first, because ApeCoin I feel like can be dry for a lot of people, and gaming is an open conversation about a lot of things.
Okay, all right, we'll do that. Before we get started, we're not moving on to the main segments of today unless you guys hit the like button. It's that simple. We'll sit here looking at you. We will just play the Caroline vid on repeat unless you like the episode. That might make people not like the episode. Leave a like for the goddamn episode. It helps us get it out. Okay, Kagi, this is the situation, man. We've been covering Web3 gaming for months and months and months. Obviously, like, we have a general kind of take on where we think it is. You have been deep in the weeds since the very beginning, and are one of the biggest Web3 gaming influencers in the best way possible. Like content creator, I would even go in that sense. So tell us, what is the state?
What would be the worst way possible? I want to know.
I don't know. People hate the term influencer, so I try to stay away from it.
I don't give a damn, to be honest. It's whatever.
Okay.
Influence or whatever.
Okay, so where is the Web3 gaming space at today from your eyes and your experience?
Yeah, man, it's definitely taking a hit. It's definitely taking a hit like everything else. But the thing is that all these tokens don't have the utility that was promised, right? A lot of games promise DAOs. A lot of games promise a lot of syncing. For a token to sustain value, there has to be syncing mechanism. And even with syncing mechanisms, and syncing mechanisms meaning that you can spend the token within the ecosystem, whatever game it is, you're still not going to have a sustainable economy because people like to, buy tokens, dump them, and just play with the market. So for gamers, that's tough. If you're a gamer and you're just trying to play a game for fun and you want to buy something for $10 and then the next day you got to, pay more for that token to buy something within the game, it's kind of weird, right? So I think things are changing. We're going to see a lot of broader ecosystem tokens, meaning something like Gala. You got Myria. These are tokens that are used within the marketplace, but they're not used within the games, right? Almost like if Steam had a token, right? Something like that. Instead of the actual game having a token, more like the company as a whole, like the bigger parent company having a token that works for all the games up under it, right? So we're gonna see a lot of that. And if you look at Blancos, for example, I don't know if you guys know Blancos. They're actually coming out with a Myth token, and this is an ecosystem token, meaning that it's gonna work for Blancos and it's gonna work for every other game that they're gonna put on there. And you got Face Clan, you got Polygon in it. You got many other people investing in this token, and it's more like an ecosystem token rather than a token for a single game. So
I appreciate you laying that out, that alpha as far as the tokens are concerned. What I want to know is, what is the best game out right now, just from a pure game perspective? Like, from your, you've been playing video games for a long time. Obviously, that's one big thing in the space, is like, where is that game that is going to get people playing for hours and hours and hours coming from?
Well, I would add to that. What's the best game? What is the best game out right now, and what's the one that you're most excited about that's coming up?
Yeah, man, that's a hard one. That's a hard one because we're very early still. If you look at something like Illuvium, for example, that's a good example. They're still in beta. I mean, yeah, it looks exciting and stuff, but we got to see how the game plays out when it's fully out. And I think we're like 6 months to a year away from that. We got something like Champions Ascension, which we just partnered with them. The studio is Jam City, very, very experienced studio. They've done billions of dollars in revenue in Web2 already, and they have multiple games, right? And billions of downloads as well. So, I mean, that one's a fighting game. You can actually play it right now. Something like Mortal Kombat, but imagine Mortal Kombat but with a world that you can actually walk around. You could have your land, and that's already working. So, like, places to socialize within a fighting game that has never been seen before. So that's like a different concept. Or imagine Smash Brothers, where you could walk around before you go into a fight and go to somebody's house and hang out and and stuff like that. So that one's exciting. There's many others. I can't really point out which one is the one that's gonna make it, to be honest. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But there's a lot of them.
Got a comment from chat. Nick Swervis is asking, will more companies just pull an Axie and make their own chain?
Yeah, that's what's happening. Or Gala, right? Gala made their own chain. You got Myria as well. Myth token looks like something that's what they're gonna do as well. They're gonna have their own chain. I mean, yeah, I think that's where the space is going, right? A lot of those.
Anybody got any? Yeah, go ahead, Uncle.
Oh, no, I'm just cracking up at the chat right now. Jessica says she's hiding in my house, and I'm like, I thought it smelled weird in here. I'm just laughing at my own joke in the comment here. But we have a really active chat going on right now. We got to shout out some of the people who are joining us today. Jay Yacht, thank you as always. She's a treasure. Her project sold out. First female photographer on Coinbase, and she sold out, what is that, like 2-3 days? She sold out the entire project. So like
one day,
massive,
couple hours,
oh my
couple
God.
hours tops. Yeah,
We're
yeah,
not worthy. Eat your cake. I hope she's on a victory run right now. Congratulations, Jay Yacht.
Yeah,
And get out of my
got
house.
I got a really dope I Heart Girl. I got actually token number 5, so I got a low token number 2. I love it. But yeah, shout out the chat. We got an amazing chat coming up in here, and I actually really like the insight that Kagi was sharing there. And basically, like, to the question, you know, will some of these other games just create their own chains? It sounds like the answer is yes, but instead of it maybe just being game specific, it's more of the publishers themselves creating their own chains that then they can, you know, build multiple games underneath or on top of, however you want to think of it, but supporting, you know, their whole portfolio, their umbrella. You know, that to me makes a lot of sense. That was the vision behind Nifty Castle. You know, you create basically a production company or a publishing company of some kind, and then underneath that, you know, you've got your different brands, your different IPs, your different games, or whatever they are, and then you create a larger ecosystem. And hopefully then, you know, you can provide utility across that ecosystem and interweave the narratives in different cool ways. You know, think about Marvel, what Marvel Studios is doing, right? They've got this whole fucking, you know, multiverse, whatever it is, and they all feed into each other, and they can play off of each other, and they can even drive value back to each other in different ways. And that's what I think a lot of these publishers are going to be trying to do. And now you can support that with a blockchain and your own token.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, exactly.
You're making connections I'm now seeing with the Budverse I never thought of before. Like, you get the token, and now you're open up to everything, the Margaritavilles, all the stuff under the Bud.
Uncle's
That's
gone.
it. No, he gets it. Uncle gets it. Don't let him shut him up. Don't let him close down.
I'm being silenced. I'm being silenced. My First Amendment rights. Come on. Or Second Amendment. Come on. No First Amendment.
No, that is it because with the FIFA. Okay, we're kind of jumping real quick, but like, 'cause we were talking about.
No, we're not jumping. We don't need to jump.
World Cup. Well, look. Okay. People are flooding so fucking hard that we're talking about Budweiser.
We're not talking about Budweiser right now. We're talking about the state of NFT gaming.
Never mind. We'll get there one day. See, they're trying to censor us, fam. Smash the like button to stop the censorship. That's all.
So
I
you
gotta
saying
say.
Budverse is not in the play to earn gaming sphere? Are you saying that
they have a penalty kick game? Didn't you see the penalty
That
kick
looked
game?
like shit. It looked like dog shit. All right, Juice Coin. I want to hit on the Juice Man here. I've just got a bunch of names for you, apparently, Kagi. But one more question. I know that you had like a long running. I wouldn't call it a feud. I feel like you played it correctly when it came to your relationship with Axie Infinity. They were the biggest game in the space. You were originally a big player in that ecosystem, and then became like one of the biggest critics. But it actually turned out that you were right in a lot of the ways, because Axie Infinity ended up kind of spiraling down, and of course they're going to be around as in the next cycle, but they are nowhere near the reputation that they had at the beginning. A lot of that is due to their own kind of actions, in my opinion. So how much of where we are today is because Axie positioned itself with this play to earn mechanic and then crashed and burned? And I guess, like, in a larger question, it would just be, how did we get here today, right?
Yeah, man. Axie definitely had an impact on this. Not only in the good side at the beginning, right? Play to earn got known because of Axie, but it also went down because of Axie. But Axie's in a great state, right? They made a lot of money. They have a lot of big partners, although they lost that 600 million. I mean, they have Google, right, as a validator in their blockchain. They got Binance. They got so many partners. Like, they're in a better position than everybody else, and they have right now more users than everybody else. They probably have 30 to 50,000 daily active users, whether you like it or not. No other game on the blockchain right now can say that. So at the end of the day, they're winning. They're still winning. But yeah, definitely it affected the market, but it had to happen. It had to happen. If it didn't happen now, it was going to happen later. Just like the FTX thing. At some point, it had to happen. So that's good that it happened before, we had a bunch of Ponzinomics going on and, inflated. Imagine many axes at the same time operating, right? And then everything just crashes. That would be even worse. At least it was only one that went down that big, right? So now we rebuild with better tokenomics or, a better direction, right? So I think we're in a good place because of that too, right? So.
Hell yeah. Anybody have any last question? I'm throwing it out to the chat. We only have Kagi on here, once every... I would hope to get you on like once every month, man. That would be dope if you could come on and give us an update. But I appreciate you joining us here today. Ask any last questions. This goes to Uncle and Gift too, man.
I got one for you. Is there any unreleased alpha about the Juice squad, about the Juice team that you can tell us about? Maybe like whispers or speak in metaphors. What's going on with the Juice squad right now, my man?
Yeah. Thank you for asking that. Yeah, right now we have an NFT coming up. This NFT will connect to more than 25 partners. You'll be able to have some type of progression in our platform. I think users and fans, when you think about Web2 organizations like FaZe Clan, like TSM, like all these esports organizations, as a fan, you cannot progress in their world. The only thing that you can really do is buy a shirt. Oh, I got a FaZe Clan shirt, or I got a TSM shirt, a Luminosity shirt, but you can't progress. And when you think about the NBA or MLB or NFL, the amount of value that these companies provide to real fans is huge. You could do VIP. You could, there's a bunch of wearables. There's just so much things that they provide to fans that in gaming organizations, we don't see that. And that's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to change that. And through this NFT, people are going to be able to earn. They're going to be able to have free drops for all the games that are partnered. And we're partnering literally every single day with brand new games. So we're aiming to have probably, 100 partners by mid next year, right? And that's basically going to give you NFTs and all this stuff for a long time to come. So we're gonna drop the trailer in a couple days. So check it out, and hopefully you guys connect with the vision, and we'll have more details on that very soon. So
looks sick, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yo,
he's a TSM fan.
Oh, go ahead. Caroline. All right, so. I have a question though. So Kagi, I'm not sure if you've been, paying attention to the recent headline about Sony and all the different patents that they've been filing, but I'm curious what you're kind of most excited about. Do you see like a lot of the exciting big innovation coming from the big publishers that are starting to enter into the space and file patents, look for ways to integrate into these big established ecosystems like a PlayStation? Or are you more excited about the like crypto native, Web3 native builders coming from the bottom up, innovating and creating the new games?
Bro, that's a great question. I mean, there's definitely positives to all these big companies coming in. It legitimizes the space, and we need that. But at the end of the day, these companies only know extraction. That has been their model for years, and there's nothing wrong with that extraction because that's the model that people were used to, right? But they're gonna come in here and they're not gonna give value to the community. No, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that, right? So they're not gonna come and partner with this show. They're not gonna go and partner with my with the Juice team, right? They're not gonna partner with my NFT. They don't give a damn, right? All they're gonna do is extract maximum extraction at all costs. So in a way, it's good, but at the same time, it's like, nah, I'd rather build with the people that are here, right? So.
Yeah, so I mean, they should hire people like us. They should hire people from the community to help advise them, probably, because it sounds like you're not bullish on PlayStation or Sony providing the kind of value that Budweiser is, for instance, through the Budverse. And I mean, what they're doing over there is
that's a community. Yeah. That's a real fan base. Caroline!
That face, bro.
Yeah, man. Like, look, I'll give you an example. I have Gala nodes, for example. I bought Gala nodes, and as a user, I get NFTs. I get the token distributed through my Gala nodes. Sony's never going to do that. They're never going to give the community some type of reward for being part of their network. They're just going to extract. They're going to be like, here we are. We got an NFT here. Buy it. That's it. That's all it is. So there's not going to be like revenue share or some type of like, there's not going to be anything like that, right? So I don't know, man. Like, I'd rather just build with the people that are here. So same thing with Myria nodes. You know, I'm going to buy a bunch of Myria nodes. So, you know, now I'm going to be part of the network as a user. So I'd rather do that. And I made a lot of money with Gala. I was making $300,000 a month with Gala nodes. Sony's not going to do that for me.
Tell them like you see it, Kagi. I fucking love it. Here we go.
I'm not trying to say I'm the big dog. I got lucky. But what I'm saying is Sony is not going to do that for a regular person. I was just a regular dude that bought a node for $2,000, a few nodes for $2,000, and it ended up being $300K every single month for like 4 months. So Sony's not going to do that for us. Fuck them.
Yeah. Well, last question here, Kagi, and then we got to move on to talk about Budweiser and all of the amazing things they're doing with the Budverse. Kagi, any thoughts on this? Comes from Duddy Deeds. Kagi, any thoughts on Ember Sword and Star Atlas? And yeah, make sure to keep this like kind of light because we do have to move on.
All right, let's move on. So Ember Sword, in my opinion, one of the best games out there. The CEO, I had an interview with him, I think last year. You know, there was a lot of like, why aren't you implementing crypto the way other games are implementing? And he's like, bro, you want to have a talk about this? Let's do it. So I had an interview and he said, look, this model does not work very well. We're going to focus on skins and NFTs that are tradable, but do not give you power within the game. So they had it very, very clear, just like Blancos. Now, Star Atlas, I think they're going to be able to come out of this. I think they have a lot of connects. They have a lot of reach. They need to get new investment. But if you really, really think about it, a game like Star Atlas only comes around once every decade. The first one was Entropia in 2002. The second one was Star Citizen and now Star Atlas. And I think there's other ones out there, but this is a massive vision. I'm not supporting any other massive vision like this unless it's Star Atlas. Not because I'm invested in it, because it's too hard to execute a vision like this. And Star Atlas has been executing. So I'd rather see them being reinvested than go and find another game that might have that vision. So I see future in Star Atlas if they can get a plan going. So, yeah.
All right, Kagi, I appreciate that insight, man. You kind of laid it down there all over the map with NFT gaming. I feel like I'm caught up almost. So definitely looking to see the industry come a little bit farther and see where games like Star Atlas go after dealing with FTX as well.
I feel like I'm more than just caught up. I feel like I'm juiced up, bro.
Can we get one juice, Kagi? Can we get one juice?
That's big juice right there.
That's big juice energy.
The juice!
I'm drinking the fucking
Let's go.
The earth is shaking.
BJE, big juice energy, yo.
All right, if that doesn't get you to smash the like, I don't know what does. Please leave a like. It helps get the episode out. All right, we're moving into our second topic of the day. You guys don't even realize what's happening in the metaverse right now.
Oh my
Just
God.
Probably the craziest announcement that has ever come out of the NFT space in the history of this industry. I mean, dude, if you think that website's cool, look at this game. Look at this game. You press a button and it goes into a net. Oh my God.
Oh my God. My heart.
Zoom in on Kagi's face to get that shock, that surprise look. Oh my God, bro, mind blown. Yo.
Look at that game. All right, since we got this added to the list somehow, it snuck up on the list. Gift, please tell us about the Budverse.
Yo, we got our thumbnail right there. Thank you, Kagi.
Here's the one good thing I'll say about this drop. It is actual utility for whoever bought these fucking things earlier.
Yes.
But go ahead.
Look, that's what I'm saying. It's really easy to FUD and shit on everything. In fact, that's what the majority of the space is. If you've hung out on Twitter at all lately, then so much of the space just revolves around people shitting on everything. And you know what? At the bare minimum, Budweiser is helping to integrate Web3 and NFT technology into the biggest sports spectacle in the entire freaking world, which is the World Cup. And they are trying to actually build out the Budverse, which is their own ecosystem, and provide utility back to their original collectors. So I'm not angry at this. Yes, the game looks silly. The merch kit that you get with it looks cheap and not that good. It looks kind of flimsy. It comes with like a scarf and like a couple other things. I'm not buying into it personally. I just think it's interesting to see what these big brands are doing. And I don't actually think Budweiser's doing it as bad as some. Pepsi, for instance, like those fucking ugly ass microphones
that are holding a 0.21 floor, might I add.
Yeah. And bottom line, I think that, sports NFTs are going to be fucking massive, like an absolutely massive, massive deal, especially when you consider how they can help onboard and bring millions of new people around the world into the Web3 space. We should all be paying attention to what they're doing, maybe even getting in on some of them because they might be valuable. Again, the World Cup only comes around every 4 years, and it's the biggest sports spectacle in the fucking world. Do y'all know how much money is in sports? Like, straight up, there is so much fucking money in sports.
And in Pepsi NFTs.
There they are. Wow. What a collectible.
Wow.
Yeah, and so at the end of the day, I just want to say, go Argentina. I'm excited about the World Cup. Go Argentina. Let's fucking go Messi. This is his last chance to win a World Cup, and I hope he does.
Can I add to this? I think the main issue with all these companies is maximum extraction, right? Maximum. And it doesn't last. It doesn't last. They're not giving much back for many years to come. And that's a problem. That's a problem. If they tell me, don't worry, after the World Cup, we'll give you like a little bit more, utility with this and that. Like I'll be excited about it, but I know it's only for this moment, and that's it. Extract, we're out, right? That's all they're gonna do. That's all they're gonna do. And
and on that note,
but it's not a long-term way to like be in the space.
I'm curious though, what happens to these NFTs, because it is actually a somewhat cool, interesting execution in that these are unique NFTs to you get to mint an NFT for a specific team that you want to follow, and then they are dynamic and they will actually in real time follow the scores of your team through their journey in the World Cup. And so I'm curious what happens at the end of it, if it just shows like what their win-loss ratio is or where they placed. Maybe it ends on like whatever that team placed as. I don't know. I'm curious about that. And then what's that worth at the end? I don't know. I guess maybe it's worth more if you happen to mint the team that wins, and then you end up like if they close out the mint, it's a limited mint to like 1,000 or 2,000, and there's only 100 Argentinas, and then Argentina wins the World Cup. Maybe those are more valuable. I don't know.
They could be long term. 10 years from now, like, yo, you got that one NFT, and imagine they never
first World Cup NFT. Yeah, first World Cup NFT.
But that's a 10-year time frame, in my opinion. I don't.
There's Happy Meal treats that are selling for a couple $100. It's because they held on to them for. Have you ever tried to get an episode 1 Jar Jar Binks lollipop? Those are like $1,000 each. And so yeah, if you don't lose it, if you don't use it, you lose it. Am I using that right? And also, Gif, thanks for being such an optimist, man.
I think it's actually
thank you for being an optimist.
If you don't use it, you juice it. That's the saying that I grew up. Yeah.
All right.
Or no, if you don't juice it, you. I don't know.
We have a new entrance into backstage. We have Jessica Yatrofsky joining us here. Hopping on stage.
Come on
First
up.
5 drop.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about. And she's got a hat too. I need to get a freaking hat. I gotta get a hat.
She's making fun of me and Gif, I think.
Gotta get a hat.
The backwards cap gang.
One of us.
One of us.
Yes, let's go.
So you're telling me that FTX was just a big fuck fest? Caroline?
What an episode, guys.
We can't hear you,
what an
Jess.
episode.
Is your audio not on, Jess? There it is.
I turned it off and then the Caroline video started.
Oh, okay.
Why did that happen to me?
Will you be the Caroline to our FTX?
So first of all, is Caroline a woman?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because
Well-
a man could be Caroline. That's why I come on the show to learn.
Do you know men named? Wait, no cap. You don't know any men named Caroline, do you?
This is
Maybe
Not
I
the
do.
cat.
You do now. You
Yeah.
do now.
this is our era's Bonnie and Clyde. I'm about to pull SBF and Caroline up. That is the
Stop.
squad.
That's
What a
the one that
couple.
was saying the dumb stuff with the microphone.
Yep, that was Caroline.
The fuck fest.
Kind of like
fucking-
all of us.
You know
Oh,
what?
yeah.
They would make a beautiful child, probably.
They were
right?
having orgies. They were having orgies in the
Jeez.
Bahamas.
Yeah.
I hope with bags over their head.
Jesus.
So you were there. Wait, never
Of
mind.
course. I took
What
the
would-
bag off.
Jess, what would you like to talk about today? We were talking on the magnificent Budverse NFTs. Anything you want to touch on in the NFTs or in general?
Can I pull up my I Heart Girl and show
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck
it?
yeah.
All right.
Hyping up JOS project.
Token number 5. This is beautiful art right here. First
Are you
female
allowed to show that on
photographer.
YouTube though?
You know what? We're gonna do it anyway. And
We
and if
showed
we
the
get,
vid. Yeah.
Yeah, if we get banned,
Worth it.
perma-banned, I don't know. There you go.
For the art.
Token number 5, I Heart Girl. Let's go.
Dang.
Cover the face. Cover the face.
Hey guys, who am I? Who am I? I'm Anon. I'm every white guy in the space.
You're having too much fun with this.
Oh.
What's your alias name? You got to have a. Let's undox you or redox
J-
you.
J-Yacht.
Okay, no, but
No-
you gotta have like
nobody's
a
gonna
bro
figure it out.
anonymous name, like squad
Yeah.
goals or bench press or something. What are we gonna call you? Just pull shit out of my ass.
Jessica, let me ask you. So, what type of photography you do? Digital? You do film?
That's analog. So those were shot medium format, 35 millimeter, large format sometimes if you want to get freaky
Nice
and
work.
spend some money. Yeah, analog. I mean, I shoot digital, but I like not for my art.
Nice. So you do the black room and everything, the whole thing, the whole wazoo.
I don't go into the dark room anymore. It's scary in there.
I used to love the dark room. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something very like romantic about the dark room, but
The
it's a lot
process,
of work.
yeah.
Yeah, not
Nice.
anymore.
But at least you shoot, in the real stuff, right? Which is, it gives you a little bit more, I don't know, more artistic feel when you shoot on 35 rather
Yeah.
than digital. Yeah.
And now you're out of the
love it.
dark room and into the light, which is Web3 and NFTs and play to earn games. Right? Did I do that? Did I do a good job there? No?
Are you asking me if I'm in play to earn games?
No.
Not yet.
I mean, you're rooting for
Soon.
someone in the Qatar World Cup, though. I know you have a team in mind.
In the southern hemisphere.
That's
Yes.
how I feel like Argentina is getting a lot of love here.
Yeah, below the equator is. I think anybody below the equator will win this year. My spirit told me that this morning, so I think that's definitely going to happen. And in terms of gaming, like Super Mario Brothers 3, Mario Kart, Tetris, maybe a little
Tetris.
Zelda. Yeah, like I challenge any of you to beat me at Tetris. It won't happen.
Talk about shit games to the moon, Tetris. No, it's true.
Mario
it's true.
Kart, though. Come
So
on.
many people play Tetris. There's competitions. There's all kinds of stuff. It's incredible. So
And
that's why
Candy
when-
Crush. Yeah, they
Yeah,
love
when
them.
people
Okay.
say like, "Oh, that game is trash," just look at Tetris.
Question from chat. Asmodai saying, "What's your feelings on AI art, style diffusion, Dolly, etc." Dolly.
Me?
Yeah, you. Yeah. What's your feelings on AI art and style diffusion? Diffusion.
I hope that they create enough AI art so that it will kill us and we can get out of this space. All right. No, I'm just kidding.
End this pain. Yeah.
Yeah, end the pain. No, I'm fine with AI art. It's all art,
Too dark.
Do what you love,
Jessica
Fuck
brought up
yeah.
a really good point here that that when Mario and the whole Nintendo franchise gets in the play to earn game ecosystem, to piggyback on Kagion's point there, like just Nintendo will come out with a coin, like a marketplace coin, and then your Super Smash
yeah.
Bros, your Star Fox, all of that will interact with that same kind of like universal token. I'm just going on a pipe dream here, guys. Hit with me.
Yeah. I think they'll do it at some point. But they don't need to right now, man. They just don't need to. You know, they
But
got
Yeah,
printing money. They don't have to deal with anybody and your bullshit. Like, oh my god, I went talking to the moon and all that crap. They don't have to deal with that.
that's what we've been saying. That's what we've been saying. The gaming industry is actually usually pretty slow to adopt new technologies because they make so much money with the existing model that they have. Like when DLC and like digital downloads and all that shit was coming, they didn't want to give up the fucking $60 CDs, the discs, because they were just making so much fucking money. So they're actually pretty slow to adopt that, and now it's become a larger revenue source for them. So they're like, okay, we don't need CDs as much, but they're not just gonna like get rid of their existing models because they print fucking money. So yeah, that's a great point. And then yeah, I wanted to real quick on the AI art thing, because I've seen as you might expect, there's a lot of people who are angry, just like the artists were and probably still are very angry at NFTs. I don't know if y'all remember back in like late 2020, early 2021, there was a bunch of headlines and viral articles from artists talking about how crypto art was a crime against humanity, NFTs were the worst thing in the world, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, largely because of all the environmental, FUD that was going around. But I'm starting to see the same thing with AI art, where artists are having this visceral negative reaction that like anybody who uses AI for art is like, that's a crime. It's, it's the worst thing in the freaking world. How could you use these AI tools to create art? That's not real art. So I'm starting to see a lot of that. And it feels very much to me like the same kind of shit, but also it's like, could you imagine when, personal computers were coming out, if all of the authors had basically said anybody that's not using a typewriter isn't a real writer? Like
they probably were saying
they did.
That
I think
that's
they did
what I'm
say
saying.
that for a while.
And how well did that age? How dumb does that look now, right? So that's how I feel about AI art. These are new tools for creators to experiment with and add into their own processes, right? That's all it is right now. And like to get mad about technological advancement and creating new tools for creators, like it's just so stupid in my opinion.
I for one wish we were using MapQuest still. I'm not a big fan of
like printing it out.
Maps on my phone. I want to print that shit out and look at it
You want hop stop.
Hop stop.
Giff, let me ask you a question about AI. Is it based on writing? Is that how it works? You put a few words and then it generates some type of like image based on the words that you put?
So I know that at least a lot of the tools existing are taking word-based prompts, right? So you put in like a sentence or you program it with a couple different words or a couple different settings, and then it'll take those inputs and spit out what it thinks. I actually haven't been spending a lot of time, doing it myself. I just hang out in some of the rooms. So I don't know, Jess, are you actually using any AI tools that you can speak to?
Yeah, I mean, I'm using, Midjourney, the one that's in the Discord. Mm-hmm. And I just keep doing the same thing over and over again. I just put in, the prompt is like Johnny Depp, mega pint, courthouse, witness stand. And they're really good. Like they're getting better. But I'm just doing it for fun.
I love how you keep putting in the same thing. You're like unsatisfied every time. Like, no, again, Johnny Depp, Megapint, again.
Wait, can this be the next video that we add into our queue along? Like,
yes,
next to Caroline. Can we have Johnny Depp?
So you're telling me that FTX was just a big fuckfest, Caroline?
Okay, so the next video I want to add is Johnny Depp, where he just goes,
a megapint.
No, but I want to add to that. Because if that's the case, then the art form is not necessarily in the results, like, right? It's more in how do you go about getting that result, right? So I can see something like Mr. Beast.
But you can also
Wait.
add these in as just like a single step in a much larger process,
True,
which is what I
true.
see people like Jeff Jag doing. They don't just like go type in some words, spit something out, and
Yeah.
then be like, it's a perfect piece of art, because frankly, a lot of them are pretty low res and they're not very refined anyway. And so people take that as like a base or something like that to a larger collection, and then they have to go refine those through a bunch of other processes to get a finished product. So that's what I mean is like, it's just a tool in a larger process for most people. I think as far as the comments go, you know, Cam Taylor, shout out Cam Taylor. Love seeing you here,
Shout
bro.
out.
You know, he's talking about, you know, it is cool tech, but there are some quote unquote artists using it and acting like they just made some art like that, or using it improperly. There's going to be a lot of that, just like there's fraud and bullshitters in every realm, you know, that claim that they're more important or cooler than they are. Yes, there's going to be a lot of people using AI tools and pretending like they're something that they're not. But, you know, those people, I think, ultimately get found out pretty quickly versus the people that are really innovating or doing something interesting.
I read an article. I read an article just the other day about this, and it specifically talked about prohibition in the United States. Whenever they reversed prohibition, it took 13 years for it to fully implement across the country. And alcohol is something that's like ingrained into human culture and has been for like thousands of years. And it still took 13 years for it to get back into full swing in America. And so when you think about stuff like Web3, play to earn games, the Meg-averse, the Budverse, Mr. Beast verse, Kagion, that was a really smart idea. I bet you he's working on that right now, the Mr. Beast verse. These are things that like have to develop, then grow their community, and then it'll, you know, probably be like on a 20-year time scale. But yeah, Mr. Beast verse.
No, but what I really
drop the mic.
What I really wanted to say is that Jessica brought up a good idea. It's like she's putting the same thing over and over and over. And I can see somebody like Mr. Beast or Jessica make a video inputting 1,000, 10,000 times the same thing with a time lapse. And that could be huge, right? That could be a huge
waste of time. I'm not going to do that.
People watch a lot of things, you know.
I know, but can you imagine how much work that would take? And then it'd be like 1,000 likes. Like I'm not out here working for likes.
Right.
I do get your point, but like to your, I don't know who was speaking before, but yeah, Jeff, for example, like makes it, well, we're all dressed the same. So I don't even
we all look the same.
I don't know who was speaking, but I was going to say like Jeff Jag is somebody who definitely like pushes the tools to its limits, right? And then he takes them out and then he manipulates them and draws on them and does all this stuff to make it his own. But like, it is a total art form. I'm terrible at Googling, so I'm terrible also at Midjourney. So you need to know your strengths. Don't just get into AI art because you might be terrible at it, but get into it if you feel, you know, pulled to it. But what I was going to say earlier is that when I was first like playing around in Midjourney, I got a lot of DMs from friends from like the art world that were like, hey, can you give me an invite into Midjourney? And I was like, why? Like, you guys aren't even in the Web3 space. You don't even know what's going on. And they were just like hungry for that invite. And I was like, why? You have to figure out how to work it. It's not easy. So, but then they opened it up. So a lot of people were getting into it anyway. So, but it was weird. It was very druggy behavior. Like people were like, oh, you got some of the Midjourney invites. I was like, are you okay? Like,
I'm still hodling those foundation invites. And I also just wanted to second, like, you're right, just Googling is hard.
It's really hard.
And as far as working for likes, I am working for likes. So you know what? If this episode gets 100 likes, I will give away a rare Apepe. I got a bag of rare Apepes.
Jesus, Uncle.
I'm just working for likes out here, boys.
Yeah.
Put a button, one more button up.
My eyes are up here, all right?
Like Fun Uncle's nips, all right? We are working for likes up here. If this episode gets 100 likes, not only will Fun Uncle do the show shirtless next week,
okay,
we will give away a rare Apepe
That's
NFT
pretty good.
that I bought it That's
pretty
fucking
good.
0.6 floor because I'm ridiculous. I aped into the rare Pepes.
All right.
Well, all three of us will do it with no shirt next week if we get 100 likes on this episode. Deal hands, boys.
Jess, are you in? Jess, if Jess is in, I'm in. If Jess is in, I'm in.
I'll do a no pants on.
All right. Well, she's already doing no pants right now. So
Yeah.
What's
I
different?
can't stand that.
That's cheating.
All right,
crew
we're
over here.
wrapping up this art conversation. Kagi, Jesus.
I knew it.
All right.
Wait, are you in an Airbnb?
I am.
See,
Where-
I fucking knew it.
Where
because
are
it's
you?
decorated so well.
She called it. She was
Oh,
calling
am I
it.
not allowed
She
to
was-
curse on here?
No,
Well,
trust me,
yeah,
we're
no
doing way
cursing.
worse. Kagi just showed his junk.
fucking
We can do
cursing
whatever
here.
we want to do on the show.
Are you telling me FTX was a fuck?
So you're telling me that FTX was just a big fuck fest? Caroline and SBF having sex on those goddamn beanbags?
Those beanbags got to be thrown
beanbags?
out. Oh,
Please don't
gross.
cuss. Please don't cuss.
So absorbent.
All right.
Here's what it was on.
I have no idea where we're at in the show. Jessica, last question I have on the specific art conversation. What do you think?
Yes.
What rating 1 through 10?
Rate my mics.
Rate my Pepsi mics. What do we think?
I feel like you're intentionally trying to upset me when I come on the show and you show me stuff like this.
He's doing his best impression of Kane Mayfield right now.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
I
Getting
need
under your
more.
skin.
I need context.
Pepsi tried to enter the NFT space and did it terribly. That's the only
Look at their
way.
floor. Bro, go look at
Yeah,
that
tried to
floor.
enter. Yeah,
I know
strong
a lot
floor
of-
on these.
What do you mean tried to
Insane.
enter? Look at that floor, bro.
They're dominating. Yeah.
Okay.
Yo. And
I've met
speaking
a lot
of-
of-
look at
yeah.
look at the fucking the hair traits on this shit. Wait.
Gifted pulled up his screen.
I can't even pull it up. It's so good. Look at the hair traits. Come on.
Wow.
It's a cool zoom feature you have.
You know what?
And that
You're right.
that bandana?
Wow.
Are you come on?
Oh,
My
Cherry
heart.
Pepsi bandana?
My hair is standing up.
0.35
insane.
ETH, by the way, people.
Jeez, I'm sweating. I gotta take this shirt off. Oh my
Please
god.
leave it on.
Oh, okay.
Next episode.
For you.
I don't like that.
For
I
you.
don't
No,
like
we gotta get 100 likes, Fun Uncle.
There-
Don't cheapen yourself, bro.
You're right.
I'm getting
We gotta
pink
have
eyes
values.
through the screen. All right. Well, for those of you that don't know the backstory there for the Pepsi mic, definitely do some research. Kind of a ridiculous time in NFTs. It was peak euphoria. I think Pepsi. There's even a thread that says Pepsi tweeted out "wag me," and then Wendy's and some others were "wag me, welcome to the industry." I'll try to find that.
Was this recent? Those NFTs?
No, it was
Oh.
8 months, maybe even a year ago. I'm not sure.
Doesn't matter. It's still bad, right?
Yeah.
That's not going to age well.
Pretty bad. All right, I'm taking ApeCoin questions. We had a bunch of new revelations here as it comes to ApeCoin. The next thing we will be doing after that, though, is a little Rate My Bags here. Guys, feel free to drop out at any time if you do need to once we get to the Rate My Bags segment. That is kind of a ridiculous segment that can last a little bit longer than we want it to. But we will be just ranking crypto tokens.
Don't worry,
so
Jacob.
we'll get there.
Jacob, we'll keep it. We'll keep this episode.
Keep
This is the shortest episode yet.
shortest episode, Jacob.
All right. I already saw ApeCoin questions coming through, so we'll get to them. But this is the update. We basically had Horizon Labs, which is the company that's building the interface for the staking and is handling the staking contracts and all these things, came out with a recording of their Discord quote unquote spaces. So they kind of laid out an update on both the staking timeline, a couple of the requirements, and I'm free to take any questions here to kind of lay that out right off the bat. This is from the Bored Ape Gazette. We had kind of a recap as well, so I'll link that in the chat. Basically, what we need to know is November 28th is the pre-deposit period. You have 14 days to deposit ApeCoin based on these 4 pools. So we see pools here. There is an ApeCoin pool, so if you just have Ape, you can obviously get in there. If you have a Bored Ape, you have a certain amount of Ape that you can delegate or stake there. With the ape, so 10,094 ApeCoin, mutant apes are 2,042 ApeCoin, and BAKC, you need to have the actual dog plus one of these two for that one.
That's additive. That's additive, right? The 856 on top of the 10,000, right?
Yes, you can use one Bored Ape for that pool as well. The key thing here is that they're not getting custody of anything. It's when I say staking, this is like staking your. It's a little bit akin to delegation more than kind of like locking up your funds. So you could even, and they went through this in the actual. We could have got Kagi to say bye. No worries. All right. He didn't like the ApeCoin staking breakdown. But anyways,
put pants on.
Yeah,
He's
true.
gotta put pants on.
He's got to pay for the Airbnb. Anyways, that wasn't a diss. Okay. All right.
I took it the way I took it.
All right. I'm gonna field some questions. We already had some coming through, but basically
he's got another interview with his landlord.
Oh.
What?
I don't know where this went. It wasn't a diss, Kagi. Thank you for coming on.
Couch. Yeah, he's the best.
I'm like, I didn't know, like, we had a Gazette. That's pretty cool. I just learned that today.
Yeah, Bored Ape Gazette.
The Ape owner, it's cool to learn that. My hat.
Awesome. Only for holders.
Yeah, only for holders.
Except it's open to everyone for some reason. All right. Anyways, back into the staking piece. I've got another piece that I want to pull up here. This was from some gigabrain dude who put together the APYs potentially on ApeCoin based on a couple different metrics. The key thing here is obviously the percentages. Those are really high. I mean, you 400% APY is something that usually you need to be worried about a little bit. Anything past like 5% is not essentially normal that you're getting. So definitely take a look. I'll drop this in the chat, but essentially these are going to be the APYs for the pools. This is, again, a guess. It's not until we get like ApeCoin staking live, we're not really going to be seeing these APYs, and they're going to shift based on the amount of people that are entering these pools.
What does that Kennel Club say? Because it's covered by Jess 356.
356. The other piece that you want to look at here is this 76 million. This is the ape shortfall. So I'll barely be putting. I'll just cover that quickly. So again, going back to the initial article, you had these pools. So the ape shortfall is going to be the amount of ape that people need to buy to max out the rewards. So if I owned a Bored Ape, for example, and I don't have 10,000 ApeCoin, I'm going to need to go out on the open market to reach that cap. Currently, there is an ape shortfall based on the equation that they put together, which is all the NFTs in existence and all the ApeCoin that those NFT holders have. That is 76 million ape that need to be bought up so that everybody can reach those caps. So short term, what that's saying is like people are going to go out on the market, buy some ape, fill up their caps, and then be done with it. Now, Marty McFly also is talking about what's the benefit of staking, which we can get into here in a second. But I'll get to some of these questions now, and then we can continue going through it. But guys, any questions based on what I laid out there? I know we talked about this on the morning show as well.
Yeah, isn't there just like an ApeCoin pool, like just purely ApeCoin? I don't see that on there.
Yeah, the ApeCoin pool was the lowest percentage up at the top, 37%.
Oh, that's the top one. Sorry, I was looking at the others. Okay.
Listen, 37% is nothing to shake your head out, right? In 3 years, you'd have the return back completely. The question is, do you go out on the open market, buy ApeCoin, and then ApeCoin drops to 30 cents? Like that, in 30 cents is hypothetical, but that's what you have to start to think about. But just in general, like if that was a USD or some type of stable coin percentage yield, that would be fucking amazing. But you also have to take into account the fluctuation of ApeCoin price.
Volatility, yeah. And also, again, like a lot of these DeFi things, they do tend to pump and dump, unfortunately. But the difference here is the larger ecosystem and the utilities in the world that this is being applied to. Like, Wonderland or Olympus DAO or stronger nodes, they weren't built into a much larger community with a whole metaverse and other real world applications, right? Yeah. So this one to me has at least more potential for longevity and future value than a lot of the other DeFi things that I've seen.
Yeah, and there's less of a risk when we're just talking about staking as opposed to like farming and things like this. Like I guess you could technically say it's farming, but a lot of the DeFi models are a little bit more risky than just like a simple I'm staking my coin and I get a little bit back. They're much more complex in some ways. Okay, questions from the chat I will go through now.
I have a question.
Jess, question.
I have. I feel like GIF looks really nervous every time I start talking. I have like 300 ApeCoin on like Cornhusk, and then I have like a few hundred more like on MetaMask. Like, what can I do with my coins? Like, I don't have a lot.
So,
I just have a little.
By itself, that's what we were just talking about. There is a pool that is just for ApeCoin. You don't have to pair it with any NFTs.
I saw that. That was the first.
So there's it's almost 40% APY, which is
are there
like 30,
are there
37,
minimum
38%.
requirements though? Could I do it with just one
No
coin?
minimums. No minimum.
That was something
Okay.
Easy pointed that out is actually a miss, because if they had a minimum requirement, they probably could have pumped the bags even more in terms of playing with the tokenomics. So as far as we know, there's no minimum requirement. So you could have, 500 or 800, however many you have, just put it all into one wallet, stake it in that ApeCoin pool, and then you're getting a 38% return on your ape. Again, that would basically double in less than 3 years. So about 2.5 years, you would double your initial amount of ApeCoin. But then the question is like, what is the price of ape doing, right?
Yeah.
And unless someone gets arrested.
Yes, but it seems like they've got the lawyers to do that.
Yeah. No,
to handle it.
by the way, I'm not an ape fighter.
I appreciate that. Thank you. We
Only
appreciate you here.
only jokingly.
ape learner.
All right, so real quick, apestake.io, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the website interface for Horizon Labs who's building it. So you can see there's a dashboard here that you can connect your MetaMask to. This is, again, built by Horizon Labs. They've been audited. Like, the security issue, in my opinion, is not that strong. I'll go down why I think that's okay. But you can see there's a whole dashboard based on what you own, in that MetaMask. So if you have ApeCoin in your MetaMask, you can just access the Horizon Labs app or potential apestake.io. I'm not sure if what the dashboard essentially is going to be. We'll see once that November 28th pre-deposit period goes live. But you just come in here, you stake, and then that's it. You should be able to claim. There might be an automatic claim. We don't know if what that looks like yet, or it might just deposit into your account automatically. So there's either a manual claim or an automatic claim. And then when you want to stop staking, say you want to sell your ApeCoin, you can just click one button, one transaction, and then you have your ApeCoin. You can go and sell it on Coinbase or whatever you use, FTX maybe.
I use Cornhusk.
Okay, Cornhusk, I like it. All right, a couple more videos there.
Now, do you use Cornhusk because you feel like you're getting a kernel of truth from them? Every time
or do you like
Kernel's
just,
a crypto.
Yeah,
you like just being a little husky sometimes?
yeah. Ooh, I'm a husk of a man. That's for sure.
Cornhusk.
Dickenza's Web3, he says at Web3 is staking 100% contract base. Yes, no risk of losing it like a centralized exchange earn platform. Correct. You're not depositing it into anybody else's account where they can then move funds. You're essentially delegating it. So just an example here. They even went through an example where somebody, when they're selling their ape, still has access to the ape, even though they've delegated it with ApeCoin staking. So you can actually sell your ape, and if you don't claim those ape coins, whoever buys that ape can then go into the platform and claim the ape coin that is associated with that ape. I don't know if I was too convoluted, but essentially you're not sending your ape coin or your NFTs to anybody else to have custody.
This is one of the common issues or gripes with a lot of other staking situations, that you have to lock up your NFTs and then you don't have access to those NFTs, and it can just be a mess. And it's expensive gas-wise because you're doing transactions back and forth. But so, I mean, I feel like that's an added benefit, but you already know what's going to happen is that there's going to be a bunch of people that sell it and then forget that they need to claim their coin first, and they lose their ApeCoin bags as well.
Sarah Script is in the house. Sarah Richardson, as she's known on the YouTube sphere.
What's
Oh,
up,
wait,
Sarah?
no, Sarah Script. It's I got that wrong. It's on Twitter. Anyways, a couple more questions that I'll take here as we're going along. Let me make sure I'm getting all of them. How much ape are you thinking of staking? Probably my whole bag. And that's kind of how I feel about the situation. The security is the security is definitely a topic of conversation. Horizon Labs again is completely audited. I'm not giving up my tokens. Like I in no scenario is my NFT going to be leaving my wallet. The ApeCoin itself, I think, has to be staked, but in no scenario is the NFT itself leaving the wallet. So I trust that Horizon Labs, and I know we want to be.
Yeah, I'm sure it just scans your wallet and gives it's like a token gated access to a pool or something. It'll just scan your wallet, see what NFTs you have, and then open up your ability to stake in certain pools.
If you're looking to get access to the 3 pools other than ApeCoin, think of the NFT as a key for access to those pools, and then you can deposit ApeCoin to whatever cap you hit. What is the benefit of staking? Honest question.
Well, primarily for the ecosystem, it prevents massive sell-offs. You know what I'm saying? So it's a price stability mechanism. So if more people lock up their tokens, there's less liquidity for a big panic sell, and then it'll just stabilize the price at a minimum. And then you, as staking the token, are going to increase your amount of tokens over the year. It's just a question of 40% of the low end and up to 300 to 400% on the high end.
Yeah, that's a lot of ApeCoin. You know, that's the issue there is like you're getting people to lock up their coins and lock up and take that out of the like liquid supply being sold, like you're saying. But we're also dumping a lot of ApeCoin on people that are eventually going to sell. So for me, staking is not the best. There's no long-term positive in my opinion. It's either an extreme negative if it's not done well, or it's just a complete balance on both sides. Like people are buying ApeCoin to stake it. And then, you have a little bit of balance where it really doesn't affect the ecosystem that much. But if it's done poorly, it can really affect the price of a token because you're increasing a lot of supply onto the community. What is the benefit of staking? I think the benefit in this case favors the NFTs a lot. If you want to be part of those higher APY pools, you need to buy a Kennel Club dog, or you need to buy a mutant, or you need to buy a Bored Ape. I know those are like extremely expensive, so I don't expect.
What's the floor on those dogs?
That's a good question.
It's pretty rough, if you ask me.
Yeah, they've been getting.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, Uncle. That was good.
I'll show myself out.
Well, there's the dogs, the mutants, and then what? That's it.
Dogs, mutants, and the original. The Bored Apes, I guess.
Do people still have serum they haven't taken?
Yes, there are M2s and M1s out there. I think there might be M3s, but I don't know. There was only like 5 of those, I think.
Dude, those serums were selling for so much. Wasn't there one that sold for like $6 million? There was definitely ones that sold for over $1 million, like a couple mil or something like that.
Yeah.
I want to take a survey, and I want to know how many of those people own homes.
Kennel Club is at 4.82 right now. 4.82.
Oh.
Okay,
but you can buy into that though. That's buy-inable.
Yeah. Under 5 ETH.
Yeah, I know you're looking bummed, but it's going to go back up again.
Same as Solana.
Did the SEC finish its probe? So Swervis had a comment earlier. Gif, if you could help me out here too, that we've gotten a lot of comments. So if you see any good ones as it's related to ApeCoin staking, we're like 100 behind at this point.
I can't show them on the screen though.
No, you can just read them out. Just read them out. Dickenza is saying, did the SEC finish its probe? I don't think there was was there an official probe on Bored Ape? I think that was like an NFT that got targeted in the news as a Bored Ape probe. It was more of we're looking at NFTs and everyone associates Bored Ape with NFTs. Yeah. Ape being safe, like the security portion of this, the reason this got delayed to November 28th is that they did a bug bounty that was going to last a month. So they essentially said, somebody hack this shit, we'll pay you a bunch of money. And that nothing, I don't think anything ever came of that. I don't think anybody found a bug or anything like that. Horizon Labs is, from what I can tell, an extremely legitimate firm. You are always looking at the risk. There's no, the counterparty risk is not the centralized SBF running away with your money. It's whether the contract is legitimate, you know, and at least that is auditable, and you're able to say, this is the only thing that can happen in that environment. Now, there's a lot of people more technical than me that can lay that out, but really it's a contract risk. It's not a human risk. So I'm a big fan of very well audited contracts, but we have seen DeFi hacks before. So
Nick Swervis is asking, what's the minimum stake period on an OG board Ape? Did they mention if there's a minimum stake period?
This was an interesting point, because all of the really, really cool staking or projects that implement staking have periods where you can like lock up for 2 years and get more APY. Like it's a sliding scale. If you lock it for 2 years, you get 2x the amount that you would if you only locked up for a month. And so that does take ApeCoin out of the supply for 2 years in some instances. I don't think there was a period. It's literally on a rolling basis. I think it's a 24-hour payout, and you can just pull it out at any time. So you receive your percentage of rewards based on how much you owned of that pool for that time.
So Paxmark also making a good point here, and that's that if you believe in Yuga and want to be invested in them, then you should stake, because otherwise your ape coins are basically just being diluted. So the staking reward is the compensation, and can hopefully make up more of that. But there will be more coins, more dilution happening. So if you're not staking, you're basically just taking on the dilution and not compensating. So like mentioned, you know, and Sarah Script over here is very concerned, given what's been happening with Genesis Earn and everything, that there is some counterparty risk, as you just stated, but it's less about human error from like, I'm going to go steal this or use this, non-transparency. It's all transparent. It's all on chain. It's just, is the contract safe, which it apparently, or like, again, you just talked about, they have taken quite a few steps to try and ensure the safety and the strength of the security of the contract.
I think that's a big point here, is like my confidence in Horizon Labs to get this done is pretty high, because of all the backers that these people have. They have a lot of vested interest in seeing this done well. It's not some like random DeFi team that's like, or some sketch, like Mackay Big Brother is like well known in the space. He's launched Cream Finance and a couple of these DeFi platforms. Those platforms have been like scammed multiple times, hacked multiple times. So it's not like a fly-by-night kind of like DeFi influencer throwing up a platform, or even an unknown team that's coming in and saying, we're just going to throw up a DeFi app and see what happens. This is like Animoca Brands. This is like Yuga. These are hard hitters that have all, you know, vested interest in seeing this be super secure.
Well, and this is actually an argument for the Budverse right now and for the Meg-averse right now, that these are known brands.
All right, thank you for that.
The universe.
No, but I mean,
no.
Yeah, the universe, aka Nifty Q, was like, hell no. So I agree with Q in that, like, you can look at how they've rolled out Ape so far, and it's been done well. Like you can be like, oh well, the coin price is down, but again, that's like just dealing with the economics and the market writ large, right? Like all of crypto, especially a smaller coin, is going to be subject to whatever's going on in the macroeconomics, and everything's down. But if you go look at ApeCoin, like what is it? I remember it was around like number 30 already. So ApeCoin is, okay, no, it's like 46, but it's already in the top 50 largest cryptos by market cap. So like they've already shown that they know what they're doing and that this is going pretty well. The rollout was actually really smooth in my opinion. So I feel relatively confident.
So Sarah's dropping some other floor prices. So she said 4.8 on Kennel Club. Other deeds is 1.0 no 9 right now. That's tough to
That
see.
was an interesting point. So somebody on the Web3 Reddit, by the way, get in on our Reddit. We just started a Web3 Reddit, y'all, and there are some great conversations starting to pop up. We did start a thread on the ApeCoin staking over there that you can go comment, let us know your thoughts. But one of the comments that we got on the ApeCoin thread on our Reddit was basically somebody just saying how surprised they were that there's no ApeCoin staking utility for other deed holders. And so as of yet, there's not. It'll be interesting to see if they find some way to work that in. But yeah, it is kind of a little bit surprising. And again, maybe the point is they want to focus as much of the energy around the OG NFT assets, trying to get people, to back into those and raise the floor there. Because what I guess my question is like, what kind of utility would they provide from a staking perspective for all the other deeds? I don't know.
Well, they could have added it to this pool system. They could have been like, my thing with that is now you're like further diluting the pools that already exist.
That's what I'm saying.
That's yeah. It's a fair question why they decided they didn't want to do that, but it feels like maybe this is the first release. Maybe they'll do other deeds later. I don't know. Yes, Jess? Raised hand.
I just looked up ApeCoin since we were talking about it on the show today. And I did not realize, I don't know if you guys already said this, that ApeCoin was so cheap. Are you guys buying it right now? Are you buying?
I am right now trying to decide where and how I could move more liquidity there, because basically with my Ape and Kennel Club, I can stake up to 11,000, just about 11,000 Ape. I've only got about 6,000. So I've got roughly 50% of my total staking capacity. And so I'm right now considering, okay, what's it worth to me and where and how might I get more Ape? So I'm definitely thinking about getting more.
Are you saying where would you buy it? Like, wouldn't you just buy it on a trade like marketplace, like on Coinbase or something?
The issue for me right now with limited liquidity is what other positions do I want to give up when everything's down. So that's what it's about to me. It's not about like these are decisions of like, oh, do I want to give up my position in Polygon, some of that? Do I want to give up some of my position in Tezos or
no?
Whatever?
I'm talking about like buying with your American dollars from your Chase bank account into Cornhusk and buying ApeCoin. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So you mean all of my revenue outside of NFTs?
Yes, of course. What are we talking about?
People have money outside of that?
People are using their hard-earned cash that's not backed by gold to buy crypto. And yes.
As education to the audience. Okay, to educate the audience.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to show.
That's what I do.
I want to show these APYs again here. These are just, again, until this goes live, these are guesses based on, metrics that this person put out, right? This might look different, right? Like, let's even cut this in half. 15% APY to buy up ApeCoin and then take the potential loss that might come from staking. Because here's the question that's being thrown around in the chat is like, if they're going to increase, so they have a pool of Ape. If they're going to increase the supply of Ape by distributing this pool to stakers, that's more Ape that is going to be dumped. That's the question.
I don't
like that. Exactly. That's what staking does, because it's basically like, here, lock up some Ape, but we'll give you Ape for doing that. It's kind of convoluted, and it does provide some security for the stability of the token in the short term, but like short-term volatility, because it removes liquidity from the market. But over time, you're funneling Ape to people that are going to sell it. I'm probably going to sell Ape as I get it. It's just what you would do from a risk standpoint. If you own Ape, you need to be staking it, unless you want to sell it prior to this staking going live. What is the actual payout mechanism? Like, does it compound into the staking pool, or does it like go into a separate pool? Compound in the staking pool? What do you mean?
So okay, I stake 5,000 ApeCoin, and then each month does it incrementally compound my earnings back into the staked amount? Does it put it aside, right?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Remember, you have a cap. right? But if you're just in the ApeCoin pool, for example,
it must be separate. But that would be a cool thing if it reinvested
Compounded.
it.
Yeah.
Reinvested and compounded it up to your cap at least. That would be cool.
Well, then that would cause an even worse problem. Now the value that's being airdropped to people is increasing at an exponential rate, which would drive the price down at an exponential rate. Although, correct me if I'm wrong here, but Bored Ape holders tend to be the type of people who hold on to things. And that's why this value has gone so high on these NFTs, because there's not a lot of quick flipping or nefarious people in that community. They're the kind of people who are steadfast and hold on to their shit, you know? Am I right or am I left on that one?
I'm getting caught up in the comments. So repeat that one time, Uncle.
It's in and out. It's already gone. Who are you?
You lost it. You lost it.
Here's something I know we can do for a fact is we can put ApeCoin on the Rate My Coins chart in the S tier. Am I wrong? We should go to the Rate My Bags or Rate My Coin right now and throw it up on there? Because we've talked about it for so long. It's got to be in the A category, right?
So
I'm with that.
Marty
Did we
McFly
do
is
that
asking.
thing, the chart yet?
We're about to.
segueing.
We're a little
I'm
bit
trying.
Yeah, we're trying.
I'm moonwalking.
We'll spend 2 minutes left on this ApeCoin piece and then we'll move on. What is the catalyst for Ape to go up? Can't see it. Here's the thing. The GIF, I think you mentioned this in the GM Web3 show this morning. They can introduce future utility. That's kind of what you're betting on if you're getting locked up long term in this situation. If you're buying Ape on the open market to then stake, you're hoping that in the future they add some utility where people need to then buy up a bunch of Ape. That's they need to have buy pressure now that they're introducing sell pressure into the ecosystem.
That Old Navy partnership is gonna slap, bro. That's all I'm saying. Man.
What do you guys want from Yuga though? Like, what as holders? What do you want?
Other side.
But what do you want to do on other side though? Like, do you really want to be in the metaverse, like you personally?
I want it to actually be like a good game with sticky mechanics that make you want to come back and have some kind of like earning or have some kind of economy in there that like me as a brand, as a business, like it makes sense for me to be investing my time and energy into that, but also just make something that's better than what already exists, which I think that's what they're trying to do. And they are capable of doing that. I think the other thing to Q's point is like, keep rolling out really, really awesome IRL partnerships and utilities for ApeCoin. Like, I think, like I'm not a Gucci dude. Like, I'm Gucci, but I don't buy Gucci with my money, right? But I still think it's like a cool partnership. There's not a lot of other coins and projects that can integrate into Gucci stores around the world. So the more of that type of shit that they do, it makes me feel a lot fucking cooler to own a bunch of ApeCoin and have an ape. Like, no lie. And it sounds superficial and dumb, but it's like people care about this shit. Like, Gucci stores are positioned in the most expensive neighborhoods and areas around the fucking world. The more things like that you can integrate into high value locations, high value partnerships, all of that does drive value back to the ApeCoin brand, back to the actual holders of the ApeCoin. So not many people can do those types of partnerships other than Yuga. I expect them to do a lot more of that. I do think that big, awesome, exclusive events like the things that they've been doing at ApeFest are also a massive utility. Like, that is a truth that like people love being able to go to exclusive parties where fucking Lil Baby and the Strokes are playing. Like, dude, the first ApeFest in Brooklyn, like the boat party, I'm not gonna call it a yacht party. The boat party was fucking cool. It was fun. But that Brooklyn warehouse party was fucking insane. Like, to go to a private party, an exclusive private party that's token gated, where you've got the fucking Strokes and Questlove and Beck and who the fuck, like, I don't know, it wasn't Lil Baby. Like, they had another big, it was Lil Baby. I think it was Lil Baby too. Like, to that kind of exclusive utility and access is actually, I think, really fucking badass.
You're not going to hear me argue with you on that. Like, for me, when someone's like even fudding the Eminem and Snoop Dogg performance, I was like, yeah, it was kind of bad. Don't get me wrong. Like, they could have done better with it, but that was a net positive in my opinion. Like, sitting here and seeing us where we're at today from where we were 2 years ago. Kagi made a great point on his tweet. It's like, okay, the NFT gaming space is down, but are we farther along than at this point 2 years ago? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. We were playing games that you had to wait for an ETH transaction 3 years ago. I like you interact with somebody in a game, like on like a Zelda game, and then you wait fucking 15 minutes for the transaction to go through, so that you can continue playing the game. We're not there anymore. We've gone past that. So I think it's important to look back like you're doing and say, like, you know, this is where we were, this is where we are now. So
here's a subject I know you guys are going to love. Taylor Swift tickets are going on sale right now. Have you guys seen the price of Taylor Swift tickets?
Yo,
and you had to be in the Taylor Swift club to even get to buy these tickets.
Yo.
And so let's go into this NFT membership shit, you know, like
yes,
missed opportunity.
Bro, I was thinking the exact same fucking thing because apparently they were having a lot of issues with that like super fan access pass. I don't know what the name of it is, but there's a specific like Ticketmaster super fan type access pass that's supposed to provide you some kind of token gated utility to get her tickets, and it wasn't working.
But
it didn't work.
Do you know she doesn't do meet and greets?
What?
She does not do meet and greets. She's one of the pop stars that does not. She just does not do meet and greets.
Well, never mind then. You're right. Never mind then.
But your other people that you like, token gated, like I'd pay a lot to see certain people. You know, I wouldn't pay a lot for an ape though.
But would you for Taylor Swift tickets though? Front row seats, $100,000.
I'm on meet and greet level in my life now, so.
Just a bunch of Swifties up here. Yeah, look at
I don't know about you. I'm feeling 22, guys.
All right, we're gonna move into rate my bags. Any last thoughts from the chat here on ApeCoin staking? I think again, security. It's not like you're putting it into FTX or any like centralized platform. You don't even have the NFTs leave the wallet. Last thing I would probably say on this stuff is the biggest winners from this, and I don't want to like sit up here being one of those, but like the biggest winners are the NFT holders that got dropped ApeCoin because they have no exposure by buying the ApeCoin, and they also get more rewards, right? They get to put into all 3 pools or 2 of the pools. So that's the only negative here that I could really see is like the richer are getting a little bit richer, if you want to use that term. It's the people that own the NFTs and got airdropped the tokens that are set up well here. So
I don't know. I non-holder, like your grocery store scenario, right? You're at the checkout, you're checking out. Gum, a magazine, something that's a few dollars. That's how much ApeCoin is right now. Buy a few ApeCoin. You buy a few ApeCoin every few days or whatever when you go to the store. Like it's like the same philosophy. That's why when you say exposure, like whatever, I don't care. Like it's a few dollars. Buy into it. What else are we doing with our money?
Low risk. Mm-hmm.
All right, folks, we are moving in to Rate My Bags. This is a Rate My Bag segment on cryptocurrency tokens. So essentially, we're looking at this list, and I'll as we go, I'll add the logos. We got Bitcoin, Ethereum. We probably won't hit the stable coins. BNB.
Love it.
We're going to be all over the place, but I'm going to add the logos as we go. I guess we'll start with the logo of probably the granddaddy of them all, right? So pretty easy here. But we're going to set Jesus. We're going to start with a low res one.
Yeah, could you get a low res one?
That's really bad.
Listen, I'll come back in afterwards because it's going to be hard to go one by one.
Hot takes. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polygon in that order on the top row. Any objections?
There's going to be some
objections. And ApeCoin? Dude, yeah, find a low res one if you can. Like a really like fuzzy one that's blurry. Thanks, man. Dude, you're crushing it.
Wait, what does the S stand for?
This isn't a comment on you. For superior.
Yeah, what does S stand for exactly? What does red stand for exactly?
Dude, listen. I'll come in here and clean this up afterwards. I don't know. I got it online.
Oh, I'm not trying to be fresh. I was just
it's superb. It stands for superb.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense.
Super.
Gif hates it.
What is that one?
Okay, this. All right, so we got the first 2. I'm going by market cap. So we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, USD, Binance. So we're not doing the stable coin. So we got Bitcoin and Ethereum. Are we okay with S tier for both of these top 2s? I'm guessing I'm not gonna.
I don't. I've never gotten into Binance. I've been fine avoiding it. I don't actually know. Like, I know it's like the biggest marketplace.
It's
Crypto
a middle.
marketplace.
I would put it as at a B for sure. It's not A, but you know, like you guys were saying earlier, it's got a big company behind it. It's the biggest exchange. You know, they're gonna keep pumping this thing up. So, but it's not something that's got like a community behind it.
But before we move on to Binance, I did want to comment here. I think Marty had a good comment. Does Bitcoin belong in a tier by itself?
No, I mean,
Nope.
nope. I mean,
All right. Here we go.
look, I mean, I understand the sentiment of it, but like, we have to have a system for putting all these things together. And if you just want to say nothing else is S tier other than Bitcoin, I'm not sure what the argument is other than it's like, well, it's the OG and it's the best. It's the replacement for gold and it's the best store of value. It's like, okay, but it doesn't do anything else really.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, like, I don't think that means that Ethereum can't be S tier next to it because it does a lot of other.
I would put
valuable things.
Ethereum above Bitcoin. And
Clip it.
clip
it.
that shit.
Clip it.
I'll take
Say
my
it loud.
shirt off next episode. Next episode, the shirt's coming off if I'm
I think
wrong.
you just want to have your shirt off.
Guys, when you got nips like these, you got to blast them. You know what I'm saying? But we'll save that shit until we get 100 likes on this episode. And that's a fact. Shake on it. Shirt's coming off. Yeah.
Giff, is that a gaming chair?
What this whole
It's
thing?
a race chair, dude.
Yeah, what the hell's going
High
on?
speed. Showing us
Me
your
and Giff are like
backside.
way too similar.
What is
what we're
happening?
doing.
You got-
Twins.
Ladies, if any women are listening to this right now, I'm gonna look right into the camera. If any women are listening right, if a guy has a chair like that in his house,
What is about this chair? Is this one good? Is this all right? Is this
have sex with them? Have
as
sex
a,
with
as
them
a fuckboy
immediately?
chair?
Is
Is
that
that
what
what
you're
this?
Uncle's
No,
got
you
like
got-
the
you got, like, an
$1,200 like
executive.
ergonomic.
The Herman Miller, you know, my
you
back
got the
hurts. I'm an
Aeron
old
chair
man.
over there.
Yeah,
You
it's
got an
space age.
Aeron chair.
Okay, back
See,
in.
Polygon
Here's
up
the
top,
thing.
S tier. Polygon, let's go.
I
I
heard
like Polygon.
I barely touched Binance into the C category and I already got FUD. So I could put Binance, I think, even especially with FTX going under. And you know, CZ we'll see the post-mortem from all this shit and how much he was involved, but it seems like he came away the good guy. I'll put Binance up in this tier.
Polygon up.
Well, the victors write history. So if Binance is the last one standing, he is going to make it seem like he was the hero, even if he was the villain. You know, it's like if Adolf Hitler won World War II, we'd be like, he was the best. You know, so same thing's going to happen with Binance.
Jesus.
He's the one who writes history. He's the last one standing.
Love it. All right, so Polygon at D.
Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? Throw Doge in the trash. Move that up. Getting under my skin.
Wait, what's
Those
reserved
gotta
for
be-
A?
Doge got to be A tier, bro. Doge is gonna be
I'm
Doge
out.
is gonna be
I
the
think it's
global
Polygon.
currency. Doge is gonna be the global currency, and it's gonna be the currency on Mars, and it's gonna be the currency of Twitter.
So here's what always happens on Rate My Bags. We're always all over the place with like our analytic. What's the word I'm looking for? Guidelines
The
that we
algorithm.
use. The
It's
algorithm.
scientific.
Is this
scientific.
something? Is this something I'm looking at like price, like, oh, at S tier, like this is going to do super well in the next bull? Or is it going to be something like I'm using provenance and like, cause is Doge going to do super well in the next cycle comparative to
Yes.
these?
Yes, bro.
But that's based on people's opinions. I think if you look at Polygon, you're looking at performance and you should move it up higher.
Hell yeah.
This is all science, Jess. I don't know what you're talking
Fuck
about.
yeah.
Also,
I'm
Swerve
with
is
Jess.
Marty
Swerve is-
replied, not to be a dick.
Swerve is
Like,
better
put that in
watch
front
his
of all
mouth.
of you.
I see Swerve is talking shit about my bed. My bed goes fast. It goes fast, bro. Don't talk shit about my race car bed, okay? Yeah.
Like,
Not the only thing going fast in the bedroom. Hey, so I think Doge gets thrown out and
No.
Polka Dot's
What
A
the-
tier. Polka
What
Dot's
the
A tier.
fuck,
Polka
bro?
Dot hasn't done shit
Yeah,
in like
Polka Dot
2
is-
years.
Elon Thirst Trap over here. Come on. Polka Dot. Put that in A for show,
Whatever
dude.
happened to Mana?
I'm out of here.
Oh, we'll get to Solana. Just wait. Gift's
No.
frothing at the mouth for Solana.
Mana, Mana, not Solana.
Oh, Mono.
Oh, which one? Mana?
Mana.
Oh,
The
Decentraland?
Decentraland? Yeah.
Got you.
When was the last time you used it?
What do you
Used
mean?
what?
It's Decentraland. I don't really use it for anything. I just keep it in my corn husk pouch in my pocket.
The chat's saying that Cardano is A tier. And
I can't do that.
I'm now. I don't know how I feel
It's
about
like
that.
I won't allow
I
that.
refuse. I'll end the stream.
I will. I seriously will. I hate Cardano. I will.
All right, D it up then.
Tezos
Get that
God
D action.
tier. Yo, Sarah Script, I agree with you. Tezos,
Jesus, these
What?
photos.
Tezos
probably
God
above
tier?
Bitcoin
She's-
and Ethereum.
She's
Look at that
fucking
beautiful
roasting us right
unicorn.
now. No way she means this. She's trying to like, what do you call it? Prank us? She's pranking
Dude,
us.
what are you talking about? Tezos is for the artists. It's for the community, bro. It's the spot.
Okay, we got a
The
bunch here that we
unicorn?
need to rank. What's going on? Oh, wait, one more.
Solana's A tier. Go to Solana A tier.
What's the criteria for ranking though, for real?
There is none. The criteria is that this is a shit show.
Do you want to buy these? Maybe. How's
Okay,
that sound?
so I mean, just ranking on logo alone.
No.
You're such a wild card.
Okay. Getting back into the chat here. Cardano at B. You have to convince me to move Cardano above C tier.
Cardano.
You have
Is
to
that how you say
really
that? Bagels.
Cardano.
Cardano. I don't.
Bagels, tomatoes.
Yeah.
All right.
people-
Anyways,
some
you have to convince me there. I'm not doing that. Marty's saying BTC is at, or Thomas is saying Marty is right. BTC is S, ETH is A, and I put everything else as B except VC always down. Sol as
Those are
fuck.
fighting words. He's trying to
I'm
start
trying
a fight.
to look these up, guys, and I am struggling.
All right, I'm comfortable. I think I can't put Polygon on the same rung as Ethereum at
Drink
this
a
point.
butt. Drink a
I
butt.
can't.
Okay.
I can't.
All right. Compromise. But Doge goes to D though. D for Doge. D's nuts. D's Doge.
I will go
Oh.
C for Doge. Okay, well,
Blood
okay.
on the
This is our
streets.
first comment. Where's Doge? Where's Doge? I'm not putting BTC and Ethereum on separate.
Doge is
rungs,
on
guys.
the
I don't know why
moon,
you're asking
to the
for that.
moon, bro. Doge to the moon, bro. Above S tier, God tier, with Tezos.
Bitcoin's provenance is probably matched by Ethereum's composability. There you go. That's my argument. There's a lot of shit happening on the ETH.
Yeah.
Bitcoin, of course, is Bitcoin. We all know that. All right, where does Doge belong? Let me know in chat right now. We got Doge C from Paxmark. I need more Doge comments.
Doge is the 8th largest cryptocurrency in the fucking world, and it's about to be integrated into Twitter. It's going to be the standard decentralized currency, global currency.
Welcome back to Pump Your Bag segment on,
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
NFT Live.
The unicorn.
I can't believe you
is
said
Uniswap?
polka dot. I can't believe you said polka dot.
Yeah,
at A.
poke me. Yeah. Oh, poke. No, I said B. No, A. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. I
you
did
said
say
A. You're a
I said A.
psychopath.
Yeah, I'm a crazy person. I'll take this shirt off if I gotta.
Yo, actually, Jacob's making a good point. If you put Cardano at C tier, you can probably get some Hoskinson engagement on Twitter. Let's put Cardano at fucking D, bro. Put Cardano at D tier. Let's get
Boo.
that fucking.
Stir the pot.
Just this lowest res possible image of Cardano. Let's see if we get him to comment.
What's the
Doge should be
IUD shaped one? When's that? I'm gonna look that one up.
Are you talking about polka dot?
Is that yes?
Polka dot.
Yeah, what is? You don't. Nobody even knows what that logo is. That's
It's
how
shaped
polka
like
dots
an
go.
IUD, like they show you in the gynecologist.
Wow.
office.
I
I
learned
wouldn't
something
know.
today.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not.
Who
a
else
good
is
logo.
hungry? So,
All
Shiba
right.
Inu
No,
at
he
D
said
tier.
so.
No.
Shiba Inu
Uncle.
at D tier for sure.
I'm hearing it. So
Solana's
Nick is saying Doge is
Dude.
D.
No.
Cam Taylor. I hate the market cap debate, man. The market cap, like Solana was at
not
3.
about the money.
Solana was the 3rd biggest project. Were you shilling it then?
Solana's
showing
number
it then?
14. Doge
Now?
is number. Yeah, but exactly now we're rating this now. Like,
But
what do you
if
mean
we did
now?
this,
is when
but
is
if we did
happening
this a
now.
year ago, you would put them up at S because they were the 3rd biggest by market cap.
But shit changes in a year. I don't understand.
So you would have
your
put them up
argument.
top because it doesn't. That fluctuates, right? So if we did this rate.
These aren't static. You know as well as anybody, this is science. It is not static. It is fluid and dynamic. These charts are constantly evolving and updating, okay? That's how it happens. We have to go based upon the best information right now. And when I go look at coin market cap, Solana is the 14th largest cryptocurrency. Dogecoin is number 8. All right.
So
Put some
does that mean
respect
People
we
have
need to
voted.
put Solana
The people
down?
have voted.
I get.
Oh,
Yeah,
why don't you
Solana-
just put Ape A,
Oh.
Uniswap, the unicorn dude C, and then Solana B?
Okay.
I love
I
it.
feel like I'm going to put Solana at B because that's as
How's
high as y'all are going
Solana
to let me
B?
put them.
Yes.
They're
How
one
is
of the
how
top
is
projects in the
Solana
space.
B?
Dude, Solana crushes,
Because
man.
blockchain go down with Solana.
Bro, I know. I don't understand.
Solana is still one of the larger projects in the space. You know this, right?
It's number 14,
Yes, but
and
I
you're
don't
putting it
care.
next
Yeah,
to
because
number
they just
5.
but they just went down 60%
Yeah, but-
in a day.
Binance
You
is still
showed me a
they're
use.
about as centralized together. I think
Can we-
Binance is
can
probably
we-
as centralized. BSC is probably as centralized as Sol.
You showed me
Let's
a
pull up the
Ute,
Solana
and
chart.
I'm being nice because that should be on, like the letter E after those Utes revealed.
Let's pull up the Solana chart. That's what we're gonna
We
do.
don't
1 year
need the
chart on
Solana chart. Master Fudder
we
gift
do.
dead over here.
Yeah, we do.
Why are you
no, this
putting
isn't
ApeCoin
FUD.
at
This is
C?
bro.
The FUD.
This is
Truth.
not
It's
FUD.
truth.
This is not FUD. Pull it up. I'm sharing my screen. I'm sharing my
FUD.
screen.
I'm
so
not.
you-
I'm
so
not
you can
pulling
look
up.
at it.
I'm not pulling up.
It's a
I'm not
FUD
doing it.
royale.
You're just doing what
I think you
want.
should.
You'll pay
I
for the
think
whole
you should.
seat, but you only need the edge when
You'll
this
like
FUD
it.
hits the market. Sunday.
Pull it
Sunday,
up,
Sunday.
Q.
We're
I already
flooding
have it
There
up.
it is.
Fuck out of these markets. I see no numbers. What is this?
You know there was an acute event that they had nothing to do with that led to a lot of this shit, right?
Wait, you're saying this whole year was one event? You're saying that's one event?
No, I'm saying that event led to a huge sell-off there. The initial event was in like July, wasn't it? With FTX?
Right.
is this?
Isn't that
What's
what
happening
the
here?
price,
in
the,
these states?
the price, the all-time high in the last year was about 180, and it's currently sitting at what exactly? 13.
Jesus Christ. I'm turning it off. I've seen enough.
I like these comments.
All right,
though.
so and the network goes down. It's one of the most unpredictable, unreliable networks that exists.
We're getting a lot of Solana at D comments. I could potentially move down. It's Solana FUD season, so I expected this.
I don't think
I
that's very
expected
nice
this.
though, because I know people like Solana, so do not cave to the pressure. Keep it where it is.
Look, I'm not making a comment right now about
Namaste.
the fact that Solana could
Voice
go on to
raising.
be very successful. No, like Solana could still have a very, very positive future and do a lot of things, because I know that the tech is strong. I know it has some values, but right now, like, where would you rank it? I don't think it's B tier. I don't.
Oh yeah,
or-
there's my coin. There's my girl. Put her in there.
I'm just. This is our storage area. We'll vote on it
Yeah,
here in
put
a
it in the-
second. I got
in the alley.
yeah. Put it out back.
I mean, but
all
here's the
right.
thing. Whenever we get more coins on this list, we'll start to see relatively. Like,
It's
think
true.
about
That does
Litecoin.
happen. That
Like, when we
happens.
put Litecoin next to Solana.
I got Mana.
I'm gonna put Litecoin below Solana. Am I right?
Yeah.
Avalanche.
Yeah.
I'll
Litecoin's
put
there.
Avalanche below Solana. Like, so we get more coins up here, we'll realize like Solana should be above. a
It
lot of
does
these
start
things.
coming together.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Like Avalanche,
Avalanche.
that's a C tier. You know,
I would say C tier. Yeah.
as you put it in B. Okay, all right. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Do as I say, not as I do.
I don't know. I can see Avalanche be.
This is
being
a
B tier there.
brocracy.
True.
He's just gonna do it.
This shirt's coming off.
Uncle has been wanting to
He
take his
wants to
shirt
take
off.
his shirt. Why don't you just take it off?
You know,
I
but
feel like you're hot.
if you're good at something, you never do it for free, Jess. Okay, and
Listen,
Trying to make
Really?
it false-
You want to have that conversation? That's not this show.
The only thing I can objectively say right now is like we passed the 2-hour mark. That's the only thing I know that's true. So
Jacob,
please
don't worry.
leave. Yeah,
We're gonna end. We're gonna end soon,
Shortest
Jacob.
episode, yes.
I said it. I gave them a warning. I gave everyone a
be quick,
warning.
guys.
This is why.
We gotta be
This is
quick.
why Rate My Bags needs to be a separate show. I'm telling you, like every time I say this, Rate My Bags needs to be its own show. Like,
Yes, it does. Yeah, a late night show.
yeah,
All the
Yeah.
VC that got in early, like Chamath, dumped Sol at 300 during the bull, was kind of an insider trade. That's. I mean, yeah, that did happen. Mana.
D.
I don't know, man. These are
What's
pretty...
going on Avalanche, by the way?
Yeah, what is going on with Avalanche? I'd love to know. Cass, I know Cass has been talking to them. Cass Vegas, shout out to her. And she's saying that she likes what they're doing from a dev perspective in terms of how they're incentivizing development on the platform, because as she was stating, one very bullish sign for a chain and a network is if they have happy devs, if they've got a lot of devs that are flocking there that want to be developing on that chain. That's a very good sign. And apparently Avalanche is doing a good job of incentivizing devs. So that's all I've heard lately, though. I have not seen a whole lot. I know they released some NFTs. They did a Gabe Weiss NFT drop, but yeah, I haven't seen a lot from
You're going to
Avalanche.
put Solana on the same tier as Doge and ApeCoin?
Dude,
Have
what-
you
We're
lost,
moving all
why
around.
is-
This is
have you
not
lost a god? Have you lost
Why is-
your reality is slipping away from you? This guy's got dementia over here. Come on.
It is coming together. I'm trying to move some stuff around.
But that's
Yeah,
not based on what we were saying.
Solid
I thought
question.
we were
Where
agreeing.
is FTT?
As we add more, in the
Aren't you a
dumpster.
Solana man though? I thought you would. Why would you move it from B?
Because as I'm creating this list, to Uncle's point, once you start comparing, I do feel like you start to see that, oh, maybe this belongs on a lower tier or a higher tier. So something like an Avalanche right now is probably ahead of Solana. I would agree with that comment.
Wow. Really?
All right.
It's got its own cell phone?
Somebody
and
said FTT is beanbag tier.
Sarah Script said Solana's an easy bake oven, and that is the worst thing that anyone said on Solana. That's saying a lot. There have been a lot of Solana comments here, and that is by far the worst
Yo,
one.
Sarah, when are you gonna come and hang out with us on the
Sarah,
show?
Come on, help me out here.
When are you gonna jump
Come
on
be
with
an
us, Sarah?
Anon.
You know you've got an
Backwards
open
hat.
invite.
Okay,
You got an
Necessity.
open invite
I'll get it.
anytime.
I gotta get a
Sarah.
hat. I gotta buy myself a baseball hat.
I got a new project coming out on Solana, and I want.
It's
and I
called
want your
Dick
money.
Butts too.
Yeah.
Totally not a rug.
Yep.
Dicks are coming out of butts.
It's called the Yeet Gods.
All right, clearly this was a terrible idea with the Rate My Bags token. Everybody has extreme opinions on what's happening here. I will get this started. Gift Dead, you still have the Solana price on your screen. Do you just leave that up during the day?
It's a screensaver.
Do you just have this up?
He loves to be angry.
It's just a reminder in case anybody's forgotten what's going on.
He puts it in front of the thing where he's like this.
Look.
Oh,
look,
is that what he
dude,
was doing?
It's like the Solana logo. He's throwing knives at it.
I'm not. No,
is that what
no,
he's
no,
doing?
No, the punching.
Okay, all right.
Whoa,
Good save.
no.
Good save.
I'm not dancing on any graves over here. Dekenza is very concerned about us fudding Solana because Dekenza must be very invested in that community. At least as far as Dekenza is concerned, they have a strong community. We're just pointing out where it's currently at, which is not in a good spot.
I put money on all these logos. I'm not fudding shit. I'd like it definitely on that one.
The best logo
I've
of all time.
still got a bag of Solana too. Exactly. I'm not trying to FUD it. I'm just being honest. Like, I don't think it's doing too hot at the moment.
Yo tambien, dude. But it's
Yo Pambien.
Yo tambien. Gracias.
Uniswap at a B. I just feel like it's not At one point, Uniswap was very involved in what was going on in the space. I'm not going to say they're not one of the biggest decentralized exchanges, but I feel like the DeFi sector is not as hot, especially after NFTs kind of took the swag. So I don't know if I'd put Uniswap at B. I just don't think that they're as heavy hitters as they were when they first launched.
You're really bogarting the A, huh?
What deserves to be an A alongside Polygon?
Solana.
Doge
No.
and ApeCoin. Doge and ApeCoin.
I agree with that.
I don't know about A. ApeCoin does
You're gonna
not
put
deserve
fucking
to be an A.
Dogecoin.
When you say deserve, can you explain that?
Yeah.
Can you sleep at night when you say words like that? Can you live with yourself?
ApeCoin has not done enough. Their product is S tier to Kansas. I agree. It's just not like I just, again, like I laid it out, Uniswap, I think, was the darling of that DEX and decentralized finance time in the industry. It's just not that big a thing now.
I have so much hate in my heart for what's going on.
Although,
For
damn.
the disgrace.
Oh, I was like, are you reading that?
That's what fuels the entire NFT space is the hatred in
The
people's
hate?
hearts. So
Yeah, let it take me
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Hate uncle. I'm changing this shit out. Just cross it out.
The whole Rate My
Pissed.
Bag segment is pretty much fueled by your hatred. So thank you all
true.
for contributing
To-
any anger in the chat. That's what we run on it. We thrive on your anger. In
We're
the chat.
thirsty.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of dancing on graves, let's dance like nobody's watching and put Shiba down there and Dogecoin too, you know?
What?
Dogecoin's, I think, one of the most known cryptocurrency tokens in the
It
world.
is.
Are you
It's
saying
massive.
that because Elon
So
likes
is FTX.
it, and then this is it, and then like
Yeah.
this is it?
You mean the richest man in the world who owns one of the biggest social media platforms and owns like the most innovative car company and also owns the only like
Damn,
private
dude.
successful space company in the world? You mean like one of the biggest the people with the biggest followings in the world and like richest dude in the world? Yeah, just him, just that guy is
What
like
about him?
super
What about
behind
it
it.
though?
Yeah, basic ass bitch.
What
I'm
about
just
him
saying,
though?
well, because you're saying like, oh,
Nerd
like,
alert.
Doge is the biggest known, best known cryptos in the entire world because of Elon. It's like, yeah, because of Elon.
No, but I'm saying, then why isn't it doing better?
Doing
Yeah, that was
doing
pretty
better
good.
than
I
doing
like
better
that.
than what? Doing better
Then-
than
Then
Tez
when I
and-
bought it.
and Avalanche.
When I bought it, that's a
Yeah.
great question. It's a
When
fair
Elon
question.
tricked me into buying this stuff.
No, but
So
I-
you
by the way, I'm
you
not-
bought the
I-
top. You bought
no,
the top. and
I
that's
bought
what
it
this
at
is
all
about.
different times. Yeah, I bought it
Yeah,
at all
to
different
Kansas
times.
FTX with the crystal clear logo. Everything else is faded to shit. I can barely tell what half these logos are, and
Yeah.
FTX has.
FTX.
They paid for the extra.
That's where all the
You know
money
what?
went.
Their graphics team at least was primo. Everything else about it fell apart. But yo, that graphics department was fucking primo.
Crushing
No,
it.
Damn.
FTT can't even be D. It can't be next to these other coins at this point.
Yeah, throw it in the trash. Yeah, down there. That's good. Yeah.
There should be a little trash pail down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should be trash. We
Trash.
should get a
No, but the
dumpster.
real-
We
what I
should
was-
get a dumpster fire.
I was
For
being
sure.
serious about Doge though, because I think that
We
it's
did.
Doge.
Doge?
Hold on.
Doge. How do you guys say it?
Well, now after you call it Doge,
Doge.
I don't
We're
feel as
calling
good
it Doge
anymore.
for
Doge,
It's
I
not
like that.
Dogecoin. It's Doge, isn't it?
Doge. I
Doge
thought.
as no
Doge.
bueno.
But I like
It's
Doge
muy
better.
I
mallow.
like
Doge.
Muy
Doge.
mallow, the Doge coin.
Doge.
Yeah.
Dogecoin. I
We
don't
put
know.
we put
I
our
believe in it.
viewers through a lot.
This is a respectable show. You know? This
I
is high
can't believe
quality.
Jess
entertainment.
actually joined. I can't believe Jess joined and stuck it out this long and just put.
What an
I'm trying.
episode!
Man.
What an episode! We had
I'm
Kagi
s-
on too.
I
That's
have
awesome.
a pool of
That
sweat.
feels
under
like 10
this-
years ago.
This DB's
That's why I
hoodie.
want to take this off.
There's a pool of sweat under this DB's hoodie. I'm telling you, it's so hot in this room right now.
Bottle it.
Oh, back to the shitty logos.
Yeah, put that
Litecoin.
down.
Litecoin.
D
Yeah,
tier, baby.
B. No, I like it in B.
Above
B,
Solana? Huh?
That was your choice to
What's
put
going on?
Solana down there. I told you to keep Solana at B.
What's going on?
Wait. Can I ask, like, what is Litecoin used for too? And does anybody actually like? Does it have any utility? Like,
No
what,
clue. My healer
There
told me
might
to
be-
buy it, and I bought it.
There might be people building on Litecoin. I think
I'm not
Litecoin
even
was
lying.
Jesus. Dying.
You're gonna put Litecoin above Solana? Is there a
Just
god
switch
anymore?
them.
What happened? What happened to America?
Okay.
Wait, Keith, I
Yeah,
don't
I can't do
understand
this.
like why you're putting your baby down.
I can agree
You're like
that
putting a
Solana.
pillow over your child. Like
This is.
Murdering it.
fun.
You're killing your child. How does
Yeah,
it feel to be
put
a
it up
child
in the B
murderer?
tier.
It's
That's where
weird
you
because
want it to be.
when we do the NFT PFP stuff, I'm told that this is not like a very like fluid list, right? Like, oh, Provenance is gonna keep something there, and then Solana gets on here, and it's like, oh no, we move it every other day. Fly by the wind. Wherever the wind is facing that day is where Solana is.
Listen to your heart.
It's
Listen to your
bad.
heart.
It's bad right now for Solana. I can't put it above the what's at B right now. I can't. It's just
this
bad.
is wrong. I
Bad
don't
news
wanna be
bears
right.
right now.
Yeah. Some people like it bad.
In a month, if we do this again, maybe Solana's come out of it. They could be on V list.
But
What
why
were
are
you
being
doing
a
that GIF?
masochist, though?
Oh, I'm sure.
Just put it
I don't know.
up
I don't know
there.
what you're talking about.
I saw you. Pit
Roll the
Prodigy
tape back.
saw you.
Roll the tape back.
No idea.
Are you wearing a
Uniswap.
Huxley sweatshirt?
Legend.
It's
Man,
minting right now. I just got the
Legend.
alpha.
Yeelix.
Wait, what's minting specifically?
The 2 issues. I think.
Guys, can we get back to business here?
Sorry. I'm shopping.
Wait, you're gonna interrupt an alpha alert like that?
Alpha alert.
Yeah, Huxley.
can't get over the
Saga
FTX
is
logo.
currently minting.
Oh,
You want to talk about the FTT logo instead of talk about Huxley Alpha right now, bro?
People love to shit on Solana right here in the chat. I just can't. I can't stand by, man.
The more they shit, just put it up higher.
Jesus. Here we go.
Issue 5 and 6.
Someone take a
Yeah,
snapshot.
together.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Ooh, that's alpha. Chronos, though, goes in the Dingleberry D tier every day of the week. That
Like-
CRO token, Dingleberry it.
I don't even know what that is.
That's why it's Dingle status. It's Crypto.com's native token. CRO.
I like this. I like this curation. It's nice. It's easy on the eyes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Aesthetically pleasing.
We
But raw.
listen, someone's asking to give a positive about Solana. Like, is there anything happening? There is still a community there of NFT enthusiasts, of crypto enthusiasts. There are still people there. It is going to be one of the larger chains
Player
going
earn
forward
game
that has
marketplaces
that has an
NFTs,
ecosystem. Like, there's
Cellphones.
shit happening there.
There's 2 in-person stores, one in Miami, one in New York.
Yeah, listen, if that doesn't get them up to S tier, I don't know what does.
They opened
There's
a
a
new
Solana store?
Yeah. Yeah,
What's
you go
in
ahead.
it?
Exactly.
What do you buy?
rugs.
Shirts. Yeah, and rugs. That's great. That's good. Clip that.
You could buy
Scissor it.
shirts. Okay.
No, it's like an education booth. In the same way like Apple has like how to use your iPhone
Like
shit.
Scientology, like learn
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Yeah. That logo sucks.
I'm on your side, Q.
Thank you, Jess. Any thoughts on Flow? This will probably cap us out. Any thoughts on Flow?
Well, okay. My understanding of Flow is that it's not as integrated or open. It's more centralized, and so I think that's a negative. But it is like a very scalable, efficient chain that has a lot of brand applications, and so a lot of big brands are using it for their integrations and NFT, Web3, et cetera. So I think there's both positives and benefits. Makes me want to put it around the middle tier. But maybe hedging towards C. So B or C, in my opinion.
And so when does the Flow cell phone come out and the Flow in-person store? When is that? Are those already?
Oh, I don't know.
Do they have 2 stores already? Is that why Flow is with Solana?
It's not on. It's not up for debate apparently.
Just stirring the pot? Okay.
Just stirring the pot.
Okay. I love soup.
GMTV, yo, shout out GMTV, who's actually been killing it with these comments. They go, "Oh well, they've got a merch store that fixes everything. Sold to the moon." Yo, when you can nail
pretty good.
sarcasm with text,
with
you know
text.
what? Well done.
They got a
Well
merch
done.
store.
GG.
Yeah, they got 2 merch stores. Does anyone else have 2 merch stores?
Prodigy in the chat is just absolutely getting on Shiba. Like the Prodigy loves Shiba apparently.
That's
Yeah,
sarcasm,
Shiba
too.
Inu. Come on,
That's
Shiba
sarcasm.
Inu is fucking lit.
When Shiba Inu gets to $1, I'll have $10 million.
Well, so here's an actual real thing. The dog coins are closely associated. So like when Doge does well, Shiba does well. So I'm just saying Doge is all the way up
Damn,
there.
dude,
at A.
hard hitting narratives here.
I'm just saying Doge is all the way up there at A. Maybe Sheeb should at least be like a C. I don't know.
Wait, so Sarah says Solana is Spirit Airlines.
Damn, the analogies today.
Yo, Sarah, come on the show.
Yes.
Come on the show,
Okay.
Get
Sarah.
up here.
All right, we added Flow as our last token here. Last comments are coming through. We're giving you guys 45 seconds to either have a strong comment about where Solana is and why it should be just completely burned into oblivion, apparently, or if ApeCoin needs to go, If Cardano needs to go up, you guys let me know.
Double D's asking, where's Harmony? Harmony's next to FTT in the dumpster, I think. Right
Yeah,
now.
we threw him out.
If we're being honest, if we're being honest,
What does
Dingleberry
Harmony
dumpster.
even do?
Or layer
Yeah.
1 protocol. It's like they were basically like an Avalanche or a Tezos or
they
that
were.
just complete. Yeah, they were.
She doesn't even go
hacked.
here.
They got hacked for 100. Oh, Sarah says next week. Yo.
Let's
Yes,
go.
please.
Oh,
Let's
that's alpha.
Let's go.
That's alpha right
Yo.
there.
Sarah, you gotta
Well-
wear the uniform. You gotta come on like
Yeah.
this.
We
And on.
promise to be well behaved and be wearing pants when you come on the show, Sarah. Promise.
I can't promise that.
I can't promise shit.
The thought of you guys
No
being
promises.
like bottomless in those chairs is something to think about.
Hey, my eyes are up here, Jess.
No one knows.
Okay? I'm not just a bag of meat for you to fantasize about, right?
You guys
Right
are
here.
all Winnie the Poohing. I can feel it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. 2 hours and 21 minutes. What the fuck are we doing?
Let's keep it going, baby.
We will come
2 more
back.
hours.
No, we will come back to this list and see if Solana has made any improvements. Let's just leave it at that.
Based on your feelings.
Yeah, see if I can like actually have anything to defend here in the next month. But guys, great job on Rate My Bags cryptocurrency token edition. We thank you for all of your takes.
It was all Jess. It was all J Yacht. Y'all smash the like for J Yacht over here because
J-Yacht,
it's very
one of
rare.
us.
It's very
One of
rare.
us.
I thought we were gonna be talking about the crown. Like you guys misled me.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, that's the only way to get you on. Is to straight up fucking lie.
What if you guys want to see some more of my hot crypto alpha takes, check out the new episode of Fun Uncle tomorrow, Crypto Zone. I'm dropping that in the AM. You got to check it out. More crypto FUD you do not want to miss. That's all I had to say to end the show out. That's all I wanted to
Appreciate
say.
you, Uncle. Jessica,
throw
you
it
got
out
any
there.
last thoughts on how ridiculous
Yes, I do.
this? What do you got?
I am developing a 10K PFP project.
Jesus.
The mint, you have to have 3 ETH in your wallet just to get on the pre-sale.
Guys, be serious.
I'm
This is
out.
serious.
Where do I sign up? Take my email and my social security number
Right?
now. I got to get on this list.
Okay, well, I see for that.
But thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks
Real
for coming
quick,
on, Jess.
I do have a couple pieces of like real quick alpha. One, so we did just called out Huxley. Issue 5 and 6 is beginning a mint. Public mint starts in 23 hours. Apparently, I don't know. Maybe I need to connect my other Huxley wallet. Maybe I'm on it. But if not, I'm gonna probably try and mint this in 23 hours. The other one besides Huxley minting is Humankind is also minting. So let me switch to another tab here, pull that up real quick, because I actually just went ahead and I minted 2 lunch boxes. So you can see these. Apparently these are like the unlocking. These unlock your character, I think, your journey. So these lunch boxes says every adventure starts with a good lunch. I think these are your way into the Humankind metaverse, or this story that they're telling. It's a pretty cool website and a story, very, very much like a storytelling NFT that's being created by Pablo Stanley, who's behind, of course, Robotos, as well as Bueno.art and some other cool projects. So these are minting right now. Floor is actually going up. The mint price is 0.09, so it's not super cheap for a mint price. But, you know, Pablo has done some cool stuff, and already almost 4,000 of those minted. And then the other thing is there is a free mint for the Eternal Royals, which I don't have all the details on that. Let me actually see real quick. It looks like app.niftykit.com. It is a nifty kit. Free mint is live, I believe, for Eternal Royal holders.
For
So
for
here
what?
we go.
Which project?
Here we go. Oh, dope banners. All right, I found it. Let me share this real quick. Right here at the end, we got some alpha. So the dope banners, check that out. There's only 1,195, and I believe these are a free mint for Eternal Royals holders. So check that out. I'm going to be getting mine.
Squashman says Batum Bomb Squad is minting as well. 1121.
Oh, Batum Bomb Squad is minting now?
No, 1121.
1121. Oh, nice. Thank you for saying that. Wait, can you share my screen real quick? Can you share that tab?
Yeah.
There you go. These are the dope banners. So this is a free mint happening right now, I believe.
Oh, that's sick.
For Eternal Royals holders. And again, there's only 1,100 or almost 1,200 of them. So there you go.
Right.
I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at the bottom bar. Like to donate to Speakeasy Craft Service Fund. That's comedy. That's a great inside joke. I love this.
Great segue too. We have a Speakeasy at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard tonight. Kane Mayfield is going to shill his bags relentlessly on tonight's show.
It's going to be
amazing.
Can we drop that link in the chat? Is it set up? Do we have a Twitter space?
Nah, because my man is trying to shill without a title for his show, so as he still hasn't given it to me. So I just got the title. I will be creating the spaces, and you guys should follow Web3 on Twitter to get all of those announcements. All right, folks, we are getting out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Our vibe, our tribe, and we'll see you next week. Thank y'all.
So you're telling me that FTX was just a big fuckfest? Caroline and SBF having sex on those goddamn beanbags? Picture that in your mind. That is disgusting. Imagine SBF in a fucking orgy, fucking those other nerds left and right, all day and all night while playing League of Legends while they're fucking. God damn. All day they're just on their computer taking amphetamines, losing money, and fucking each other in the Bahamas. Oh my God, that's disgusting!